3 and I say 0244 263902 0244 263902 na ehon so a video line fabre na yento to adwen se musa aninya no ana adwenkyere nkwa kopem se donko ebebo na ye be page mu fa u message eya sembusa no bra pa ucho mesi asembusa enya asembusa yentimi enhwe no ene fiade ba mu nyina akwaba about the Friday edition of Midfield Action and then so much ticket no p nyame bo ochina na MTN FA Cup matches no eba so ochina any kwesiada 4 games no meche ticket no be 10 and then anane mure kra enti yeah program na mebusa na opesa ukoshe match ni bia na fe wafre na match ticket ni bi mo amadi nkan anwini so amuntimi emmaye no ebi abagye de ba ebi so entimi emmaye ntentam yesremo nyame dia admo chena NMTN FA Cup matches no and then kwesi da eba so ka ho bra na bagye wo ticket tone muntana ekrado yebekọ no ho na yahwe da branch ya boabo no de ebreye muntana
Godfather
say yeah
nyame adom na nso
yakopa adom bia kama pa. All right, una man for train. Foreign tourists.
Godfather. Now before say be call foreign, na me ad much na 1 p.m. and a Super Cup no bosso e wa boabo model B where McDan Super Champions where a big game at bosso any easy client tribal. Why and a winning ASR Super Cup trophy? How's that animal see airball into organizers no airball Jumapa Obama ewa America. Muye Muhammad, former Koloko player no etechiri Sadat Fundi, Baba Iya, Shafiu, and Alfenuru, we mo any team of organizers are omo he ever sa Super Cup way, and so etimi abas between Hausa and Mosi Inti Magdan Eba. Penny Chef wow, that Magdan group of companies, you know, and I find for P stars radio be a Bamido B, Abuabo, Yami Admochina, 1 p.m. for this big game.
Abuabo middle B.
Yeah.
Park no eso.
Yeah.
Hausa any Mosi.
Any easy.
What a game. 2 strong tribes.
The clash of the titans.
Yes. Mosi. Hausa.
Mira Hausa for camp no. Almost someone kasapi.
Yes.
Mosi for no them say. Almost disappointing to be amra.
Yes.
Hausa Mosi. 2 giant tribes.
Urazungwa. Omo abekachiro. Se Mosi ni Hausa. Ay. Yentimi ntwan se ba behwe mo sa game o say 4 p.m. na
1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Yes.
E wa Abuabo middle B.
Yeah.
Wow. Ye ba na behwe de be koso ho. Tony.
Me da sipi Godfather. We eso ani ejina na etufo na hwensam a ekoso onkofo ekroso. Emiliano Dibu Martinez Argentina number 1 goalkeeper. Other club level Emma Aston Villa. Na next week on the 8th and on the 9th of April, UEFA Champions League round of 16 no. Your clubs are qualify quarter finals no. Na quarter finals no baso nyame aduma next week Tuesday and Wednesday PSG and Aston Villa and airball enti obeko France wa wonim abeko se meda ho edemo no wa bra Argentina and France ebo World Cup final e wo Qatar the celebration and in the mapia oye ya e ma France for no e she o mabufuo enti kwakoda go biem of France ye bi say say match na we ko say also bia nim say attention nyina no ebe ono so because PSG and French omo fans no omo edwa no eno be ma pressure no every players are can so ama adwuma no omo aboni ye panto no ogidie say Villa betima ko Paris akonya results omo pe because fans no omo focus na no ebeba ono Emiliano Dibu Martinez no so na obekepo the composure obekepo the calmness na some match no ada adan ye ama Villa enya results omo enso epe Real Madrid etiemu say officiating all Spain enkoye kra because enra omo he Barca penalty omo mesi ye Dani Olmo na so still referee say encroachment Osasuna defender be eba box limit referee me esa born foforo Madrid for ni super because almost say almost any Valencia Jude Bellingham esa penalty na Jude esa penalty no encroachment eba into we Barca and no Osasuna Dani Olmo initially was saying no na so van e prompt referee say obi encroach or box limit enti retaking and Dani Olmo and so ehye now mo me Real Madrid dia no Real Madrid and Valencia Jude Bellingham as a penalty na ono nso a penalty miss ni eni ball ni kobo po yenwe encroachment before say obompo na Valencia a defender enso era box me said the enra Osasuna defender era box ni ma referee me ball for Madrid de no referee no amaya money for front Madrid for no tell say officiate na say yimu Barca dia yes ya money for Madrid say na encroachment now. Yes, the play must continue. And rather Barcelona, Osasuna by 3 goes to nothing. Our Spanish Premier League and weighing an outstanding game. And 3 goals are Barca for sure. No, and now over our Kessben television. So 11th minute and Ferran Torres, the first goal. Danny Olmo. Penalty Lewandowski every bench ebeyini there and so every mo enti Barca unbeaten our last 19 games 19 matches are omo boy twa to an omo lose bi no omo win mo 16 and omo draw 3 yes 2025 no club and Asia Barca what me defeat Barca remain unbeaten this year 2025 and Gavi say Nanianje Papa say Enra and also etimi emeki in appearance since Christmas Prahan pa so Enra and also a starting game no Eddie Emma Barcelona omo enso a club no na Ferran Torres say if you not a summary equidie Barca game biano it's like a cup final every game it's a final Barca intimi out for this omo ebe drop points into omo match like biano final omo that league nestro 63 points omo we need the remaining games and league no omo and Argentina 3 points na separate between omo and Real Madrid na face 7 points separate omo and a third place club Atletico Madrid na Enra Pedri of a man of the match Nimadi Monti offering mono on your standing ovation Enra the year fans nesi jina ye applauded Pedri no na ehu pamomianko na yenhwe kakra
بدري يغادر شكرا بدري شكرا على هذه المباراة
I Pedro ne standing ovation Enra onyaye ne mo ne was so pankofompo tout ne say Ballon d'Or this year or a serious candidate also inside and so etimi akanti Enra wo free mu no and our Kessben television so now Hans Flick Barca manager or say league aka 10 matches 30 points na involved league a man we nti mama say Barca beda suru nti league o ma gye no say there be I
always say the next match against Roma is the most important match. I think the team is really doing good today. They played very well, and also you could see that they enjoy playing football. Okay, they enjoy playing that, and of course we need players like Pedri, players like Danny Gavi today. A really good match. I'm very happy for him. And of course for us, for the club. But I think also very important was the players with less minutes that they played today and also perform well, give the team a good option. So it's really a good day. And what I have to say, it's also, it's not easy after the international break and also to see, especially as number 9, a striker, Ferran started today. I spoke with Ferran this morning. I spoke with Levi this morning, and
some Hans Flick Barca manager and so Eddie Etuja or something complaining. I was scheduled. Said 3 days. We be on par. Any 3 days. Also Barca is here. Can schedule the coach. A complain bitterly say players every matches it was too much.
The only thing is I think you have to listen to the players. This is the important thing, and also I think to the coaches. I think in summer there is the FIFA World Cup for the clubs. Boy, it's tough. It's tough. We have you have the Nations League, you have the international break, and the best players are playing there, but they also play 4 weeks more. It's really tough. I don't think that's a good thing. This World Cup. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. I think okay, you can earn a lot of money, but for the players, it's not good. I think we have to stop and think about and think about the players, because for the fans you want that every player gives 100%, you know. And I think also the fans.
Hansi Flick, Barca, emergence, some of the Atuja, area for players, no, overall the schedule games are air ball 3 days, no more ball, 3 days, no more say ball, and some of Kanye at the FR home. Yanko Remadrid said the Carlo Ancelotti, and I'm some Madrid, any Leganes match, you know, the left side of defense, Madrid, any player be a ball team. Yenimsa Fran Garcia Pra. Felan Mendy enso epra ama na commanded omo youth team akwakofa koda baako a ne dim enso ede eye Aguido ena akwafa no se Alvaro Morata and say Alvaro Abelua ne youth team no ena akope Diego Aguido say boy no imagine left side ho ema Madrid, because players mienu a omo first team players no omo enya available to Leganes and man of the match. The side that way and then be as left back, you know. But another option and say Camavinga, Carlo Ancelotti, bet me amana ball left back or say mu enso aye dia. Now Madrid fans ni bi agidi pass Club World Cup Baswa, and I'm say way first man standing teams no 32 na strong kunti omo ebia konya say bet me I register 6 players do no bet me short term do na qualify for Cristiano Ronaldo said wabaso madu sompa hanu nti madu kwakobo FIFA Club World Cup na the club and now sent me and qualifier madu enko signing for just 1 month na Ronaldo emebo emfa ema Madrid ewo afuwe FIFA Club World Cup no I got to do new Juventus manager no dey Antuja say the former teammate Lilian Thuram ono dey nkomo na agragro na Lilian Thuram catch on say Sempo neba kept from Turama obo Juventus no oyam from soa one papa na sum ose we de na agro Lilian Thuram boy ema Juve na neba kept from Turam so ebo ema Juve na I go to the coach any Lilian Thuram boy nto we na fofo pa wo fon so omodi nkomo na ne papa na agro or this message, you know, and so at the man. What do you say? Tijani Reinders, AC Milan, omo MF4 dana all form, you know. What do you say? Ninuya. Omo enu from Bobo, no so omo mo ema the same country. Tijani Reinders, ebo ema Netherlands, and Ninuya Aliano Reinders, ebo edema Indonesia. To say Kevin Prince Boateng and John Boateng Inaki and Nico William Jerry Pepe and I see award there. Tijani Reinders and Ninuya Aliano Reinders Esiomo and so entem Gian Piero Gasperini Atlanta manager no say at the end of this season on to also coach Atlanta club no na clubs ni bi tesa no omo apenso no da yete said AC Milan enya na omo epe Juventus and afa AS Roma we mo na clubs omo nya Gian Piero Gasperini omo enso epe Stefano Pioli manager Emma Ronaldo's Al Nassr of course Saudi Arabia the former AC Milan coach no and man said they all pen no enti that we say oh free Al Nassr abeso back to Italy now offer AS Roma a coaching job because at the end of the season you know coach abeye interim manager Eddie Emo no Claudio Ranieri beko Roma bepe coach ono Pioli be available for the job. Diogo Jota Wolverhampton Wanderers and a turn no Emma Liverpool na omonia brepa say omonya ne biema omope every week bia no pede for the home community winter omo enya na summer omeko say omekwakope omo former player no back Anna slot eye Liverpool manager bi say Van Dijk contract no latest NSN or say ono de onim ho he na obetimi a show bia say next season Van Dijk ebeye Liverpool a player not just say in the way no coaching catch Van Dijk obey stand here na nemo you be saying about the contract no or say I don't know anything all I know is that I want Van Dijk to be here next season. I say Van Dijk about Liverpool next season. Bukayo Saka Arsenal player no pride no will training the person born in the UEFA Champions League quarter-final game and Real Madrid Bonti Arsenal training sessions course no Bukayo Saka and a trainer over no our Kessben television so a big boost Edma the Ghana Sonny Remadou ball now when Bukayo Saka say order the right side of attack Man United ebesomo ton Marcus Rashford na Aston Villa a obolo ndiamo no omo de 20 million pounds ebaye United are reject omo say at worst just a 40 million pounds be mo timi ejai Marcus Rashford. Jeremy Frimpong Liverpool defender no Liverpool ni abre pomo duachire say omo ya Jeremy Frimpong Trent Ekono oye a better replacement obetimi ama Liverpool etimi areche omo target we so ana ye jena ani akoba herbal hospital aso ye akofa nkratosima ye nche kra ye beba sisi a na ye the foreign no ato aso ba herbal ba chemfo ye kofa mu nkrato
Cratchy, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye den wa ha. Unye no mpemu ya die no wanko Dr. Ban jinse be.
Doctor.
Hey, bye-bye. Yes, I What?
So good afternoon, sir. This is my father. We come from Nigeria, and he has issue with the leg.
The leg broke?
We don't know.
No, it broke. Ow! Me, I'm a specialist about bones. I will deliver you now. Then you go to Nigeria back.
Cratchy, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye den wa ha. Unye no mpemu ya die no wanko Dr. Ban jinse be fa. Onu pe de ni dompe na dodo wuda dompe mbe wagodo empem. Wotimi hwehwe dompe santi ni dompe wa bebo wunsem. Ose ya de bebe de nyuma paso so ani nyame kra na meka. O no mpemu nim de ono na ye expect nya zanfo no. O akra any Kumasi dompe mu expect yen kan kireo.
Yes, sir. What are you doing? Specializing when it comes to bone issues. What in Pefi say? You are not specialized in bone healing. Hey, Spino, I didn't want someone called Dr. Bao. Then this guy's got one of me. Oh, but you know, look, you know, say Dr. Ban is the best when it comes to bone issues. Well, Doctor, please, you came to look for Dr. Ban, isn't it? This is not the right place.
But he brought us here.
Listen to me. I am taking you to Dr. Ban.
But you have a ban herbal hospital. Now, no person say you be a few three so busy when I say. The Shenya running in 2 a say. Mammy, dear, and I'm a bumble and no kutakuma, who sissy a chia. You go to J, one of my new sugar crack. Man, ya wo can say, Papa, ya wo can say, you go to J and no one be coming. Bow wa, yen tenasima to J, a mubi. Bow wa to J, you be 2 a say, I'm a Nigie, a year pay. It is Serbia one son any ye. When it does win in answer, the woman near can't say. Mr. Wako Bobo and answer one of Wama, Taisa, Power, name will be say pain. Branaya de yen check, yet I have been kicking a better so. Yanko Padum, I find a better so. Nkaseni numpena etetine eha adwene nyina no Yankopa dum nyina beto atoa ama numpeni nyina aye kama Papa actually Papa Nsu agogo government hospital na anymore ye numbers yi na egu asi freye ade bi e kire wadwena na se yaruwa bi etete obi ano ye beboa ma yaruwa ni nyina ase atu ama nkunimde awie peye ma me emfa ho ne ba bi a wo free ba papa no kwasam se ene wiase afa na nyina ni Nigeria ne Ghana ha ene ba bi obi a wo ne bi fra brochire bi fri hen e pa ba so ye enti ba bi a wo no panifo se adedie kwan nwa adedie kwan nwa ba bi a wo bia fo wani kire ba ya so ye ha na wo ba ya so ye ha sebisebio nya fe ne kwabrane ba betwe wo nan ne tententen bia maame papa ye de ahaban keke ena nyankopɔ adom ye de beto so na numpe ne nkasa ne ba bi a cheche bia na ahaban betenetene ni nyina kama ba achamfo ba yarwena bechare
Ban Herbal Clinic. Hwehwɛ yɛ kyerɛ kwan wɔ Kumasi. Atonso Agogo Hospital.
Numbers never sikaketwa bi ekoje wayaresa yenko Liverpool aso ye biom Jonathan Tah Leverkusen omo captain ewo German Bundesliga initially ebeto just say Barcelona nyana omo epe ema Barca abe cool off omo interest no ama Liverpool enye GDP pass omo betimi afa Jonathan Tah as a free agent enti samai Liverpool ebe kose Tah Emra as a free agent no be gina kire ho emfa emomo Alexander Isak the first ni be convincing say omo at say Barca no enye Barca nko Chelsea Liverpool na so be kan for Arsenal na e dey amanti ama Isak no as oye bent on going to Arsenal the Gunners as omo project Mikel Arteta convince boy na say among all the clubs na Arsenal na ebetimi aboa ma ni growth no akoyama na babeye a better footballing team Arsenal convincing Alexander Isak Chelsea bet sugar the obligation clause now omo ato Jadon Sancho at 25 million pounds. Them Chelsea omo eto boy na omo nyusu no omo Everton because as it stands now the former club Dortmund dia many bre pass omo enya Jadon Sancho back omo epenti boy ne be call Dortmund them Chelsea ebe trigger obligation clause no na omo ato ansana omo ato no edinama Dortmund omo enso club no God for that Roma
okay
for focus on sem no
yem fancy ha ene ye fiadama for questions no enso ba na eba 0551599933 0551599933 wonfa more questions no emre ene ye fiada nti moma nyina no enye questions na fe yen chechire adwen emfa ho Madam Akosu Mansa na tisen
nyame adom dadi mpacha me hoye na se
nkopo adom so me hoye pa
time
heba yen twin komo kakra
mate
wo de mo ba na babia
ayedi
yenti we
mate medase Ghana de she omanfo me mama chen e mama tena se mama kwaba eba Kessben television ene Kessben FM kasafidie so aseda kese ene nchi astronko every time herbal center asuye edema obi biara otie me na ohwe me ene adofo a moye dikaso bom ene ekonakra na eye adwuma nyina inshira ne aseda ne enmonyam enka otweduampon wankwane ahoden stronko a ode amayen ebredru say yedi apomden ho nkita ho anase nkomo enu ti akosi amansa de pa mede enkomo twetwen stronko e fa ya apomden ho every Kessben ede ebre wo bibiara every time herbal center asuyeye time herbal center asuyeye ono ne edro kase a okofa de baaye eye time herbal mixture edro a ekutia malaria nyarewa ahodo no enu nti wo hawo ne sen wa mane ne sen yare ben na ni wudi asie na tete wo dadwen ne koda na ben e na abeto wo so time herbal center say achia ne muye esen kasa bebuo ne de nyinara men kantra mo samon kama komanto mo yam efise munti ena nyame de adom ne nimde amanako a akofa time herbal mixture edro kase no ede aba enu nti say ya malaria yare entry di yare biara eni wudi asie na edi wunya no time herbal mixture ebeboa ama yare no ano abrasi yare biara etete wo se eye fever na abeto wo so aya dadwen koda na wudidi a enidi oti bidi a enye ye wanumato akwaye wo haw ne amane enede ama time herbal center edro nkwa ne edrukane a ebetimi aboa ama watimi edidi ama wanum atoso die wo da wo entimi ena okokete so a woseme de mani gusuwe na ade ache okokete so a wontimi ena time herbal mixture edro se wo fa bi na wonom a ebeboa wo papapa wa wani entimi nkum no enipadua no etwa se nya ahome edema ne kra no anase okra na etie mu no oye adwuma na wo bra etwa se otimi eje na home na se wo kokete so na wontimi na afa wo sori a ensori wo ye bibiara enye yedi a ene emeka mfoma wo se ma won sanka time herbal mixture edro kunu ne kase no na ebeboa wo ama yare biara edi wunya ekutia na ni wudi asie no watimi abrenyarewa ahodo ase time herbal mixture edro de wo sori asabi na fichi kro aye dadwen koda na afichi kro mu hawo eda ne so ehu ni suro kase a abeto ne so woda wona bosome beso amwa bu ne sakra na amansan bete ne nka dadwen ne koda na abeja no so ayem hyehye kase na abeto ne so time herbal mixture edro ebeboa amasa ayem hyehye ne nyina afri wo so ebeboa ma afichi kromu ya wo ne mu yare ne mu atete ya wo na mu no ebefri wo so afei de aye dadwen koda na biara abeto wo so no time herbal mixture edro no ebeboa ama watimi ade wo ho de wono so osori osi wono de nani osori ana etutu agu nensam osi mitrasi a ensi me mama ni so a enye yie me dofo kan wakoma to yem time herbal mixture dro ebe so wo hawo na no ama wo ebe yi wo hawo ni nyina afri wo so na beboa ama wo nso no bibiara a wo ye no atimi akonkan na atimi atumpon ye wo obi wo ho a ose ono osori a ne wedie ni beka se emoa bi ne namani ose atoda beka se nkukodwie edi ninya anase nkukodwie etete no otimi mpoka se me de me yare edie eno a ne bekume obi wo kra na ose asa yato na du anasa yabo ne dua ma me papa me dofo a wutie me enye duabo ena enye na so sen medie every doctor ho frɛ no na wakomako a waye krado sa wo frɛ no obeje so na emoa biara esase wode boa no ono nso ede aboa doctor number ne 0244 417 669 417 669 medase kayo set time ne ye time enro no eye dro bi a eye obo ade anu bena hahama ene nua hina hodo na doctor boru akwaye brentium akwakofa na ode aba enu ntinsusu aso boni biara eni so obi oho a wose nro na dɔso eno kra ka ho na ama yare bebre aba hunu se yetie nsufin mu ne akwasa nsu papa time herbal mixture dro eye purely herbal enu nti wonum a woni nsusu aso boni biara ewo nipadua na kwa biara so ebeboa wo ebesiesie iwo ama yare biara ekutia no ano etimi abrase ye di nkomo e obi okra na ene wantimi anko class so ye school ni waka dormitory esan afichi kromo yawo ene mu ama ne hunu ntine ma me papa ya moto provisions amon hwese mode time herbal mixture dro ni bi ebehemu ede ama abafra no na se wonom a watimi akoatia malaria anasa yare biara edi ninya time herbal mixture dro de ne honam etutu no de sorry ane ho ye ne ya na poso nyina na ayehodwo eye ne ya onom time herbal mixture dro ni bi nebeboa no ama honam ya no ase atu defe ebeboa ma otipaye no afri wo so wo menstrual cramps a wo hunu anasa ya wa wo namu no ebefri wo so afa yo obi okra na wo bu ni nsa enenum anansia no ensisi so sa namienu na nsa na etwa no se moja na eka mo ni nyina no ekofa wo hawo yare foforo ene de asan beka ni padua no ho na emom sa won saka time herbal mixture dra ebe hohuru ntintini num ebe hohuru emojanum ame moja ni atimi ade afrusane na de akamu biara no ebe nane ni nyina afri ho ame afichi kromu ya opampan ene nkaboni biara wo afichi kroachi no ni nyina eto etwa time herbal mixture dro eno nkwa ne edro a ebeboa kayo set time no eye time afi malaria fever biara ayeziba ewo yemu no ye the time herbal mixture dro ene bebre na se betua se defe every ye nipadua mu ye the time HH capsules anasa ne mixture so ewo dwa so be ma asabi wo ka afro asai wontimi emu adwuma ma ne ho nsisi ne ho so o ma ne dofo enye ewo mpaso de ma won sanka time HH capsules anasa ne mixture no na ebeboa papa de ne nkwamo ahoden so ahwan yare biara ebetwam ana abebo yare we na ebese na abeka ma won sanka time HH capsules ana ne mixture no eye immune booster boost immunity no na detoxify wo cleanse wo system no ama nipadua na fi ne yare biara nkeka wa biara abedam no ni nyina atimi afri hokra ama won so atimi agina brane time herbal mixture dro eye edukan eno ntipe bi akiri kwan nenom apemfo ne abatan a wo ma wo manufo wontimi emfa dro yi bi na emom bi a obi a wade afinfinhia dumienu ekode ho kwan se obetimi afa time herbal mixture dro Fred doctor na omo a na mo biara a wo hwehwe no onsa etimi aka omanfo epe ne dodo ato anaso ope ne dosopu etio yɛmfa w'ani nkyerɛ K&G herbal ɛwɔ Abidjan House Rome atonso Monaco Junction Misty herbal Rome Danny herbal nso Rome Spallis Pharmacy Bremen anaasɛ tokro biara mu a yɛtɔn nnuro ahodoɔ no fa w'ani kyerɛ hɔ wokɔ asini pi sa wo per time time ɔka sɛ ebi ni hɔ a na ɔde adu foforɔ ma wa mempene ɛma wɔmfa asɔkwan ɛna ne wakyenkyena kɔ baabi foforɔ wokɔ a onsa betimi aka bi na mmom hyɛ ne nso sɛ time no ɛyɛ time afi malaria fever biara ayɛ ziba wɔ yɛ mu no ebetua kɔ ebrenti aha na apɔmuden kɔmɔtwetwe a mede free time herbal center aso yɛ edembrɛ adehia wɔhwɛ me wɔ Kessben television na wɔtie wɔ Kessben radio so no yɛde yɛn kɔmɔtwetwe ne besi ɔbɔ adeɛ dom yɛ na adasɛ nɛ yɛbɛsan ahyia makramo ama momoniti a enya ado
akoso yɛbɛda se ene anopa yi na migidi ye pass numbers na the two gentlemen for befre na fe onemo edi enkomo time herbal nkomo na kusia de bre na no pay da se
ba em no pay da di obama makwanya no machi ame papa
ebeboa
ene madofo kakra mo hwa yen wo Kessben me da se papa ye fra me papa no Mr Charles Odro Jamfi oya bags opam bags we kejeti Dubai okọ bag fo no ma ho ne sa no adwuma efe papa
I hope so tie
oh yeah daddy o hwa mo pa daddy nyame nhira o ne wabusia mata Sister Naomi ene abusia nka ye ne nyina erade nya mokese odosronko ene tema sronko amowo de ma afoforo nso no erade nkoso ama wadwuma wo ye no entumpon won hira wo ne abusia ne nyina afa mi nua ba ma madam fo ba akopɛ medofo Musa Salam we are welder Lisi Hotel Ramsey Ajinya ase Musa wone Awal Muhammad any boy sini nyina nso no enchi astronko enkoma mo makramo that's papa
okay ya twaso di amamo mo questions no bebre enso aba ye behwe na abidafo atrase na ya no ntentem de amamo emrenim mo amode videos no eba no 05 0244 263902 0244 263902 Awa Mohammed Sansona Andikem Doctor Naru enso ewa ha amode nyano nyina no ebremo Edin can say good morning sir. Which department have been so consistent in the Black Stars with local players making appearance at the FIFA World Cup? George Edway Efrifade and Abraham. Hello, Kessben Sports. It's been revealed that another Saudi team wants to table a huge bid for the services of Mohammed Kudus. By his age, does he have to move there? Kwame Edway Efratimatim. I am Dino, my full name. Hello, the General. Which team have been the best in Africa in this recent national break with regards to win percentage, goals scored, and goals conceded? Agogo Ena Fred Edway and so Efri Ebreyen. Maminsha Way and so say a good morning. I'm enjoying the show live. Please ask Andy for me. Which country did Isaac of Newcastle play? CEO of Big Man Aluminium Ventures, Unadiwe Efri Nkoko and so Abre ye and Anopay. Maminsha Way and swear. Or say please. I want Awa Mohammed to give me 11-man squad if Africa were to present a team to the World Cup. Benson, Edway, Efri, Accra, and Abreye. African 11 and Opedi, Efri, Awal Mohammed was the one team and Eco World Cup now. Tutu, Edway, Efri, Nicosia, Cyprus. Good morning, boss. Please, if Coach Kwesi Appiah can qualify Sudan to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, can we call it his biggest achievement in football, including his coaching and football career? Greetings to you all. Tutu, Yensaka also a message now, the Abreye and Anopei. Atia Abednego, with every summer boy Zongo. Congratulations to Argentina for their qualification to the 2026 World Cup. Please, at the RNAQ at 40 birthday party, I saw some rich people there. Kwame Despite, Ibrahim Mahama, Davido, etc. I didn't see the so-called ship dealer who claims to be the richest man in Ghana. Oh, Ada Moha, okay, me need comment to you. No, Andy, stop that. What can say? In this kind of detail. So, say your friends Kafona. Sa party that's the one who ship dealer. Also, young could grow. No, this is
ship dealer. Them this is Franco birthday. Could have one team massive. Say level birthday. I have say team maybe. And now I come. That's right.
See, just can't. But say the 40th birthday, no. And summer boy will be everywhere. But say, who ship dealer? If you're Indian, I will say, okay, see, could you grow? Is it a fair comment?
They can.
Okay. They can. And no crack anything. So
serious guys the call.
Serious guys.
Only be telling me how to swag. I will say that go to video.
Who's it? In your braggers. You could do more.
The bragger don't shoot for.
Ready to go for. Jonum sa you da bako and I say oka bako I just say you know just say comfort the one could join a picture. Okay, Mr. Too early. Joe, since 2015, Kaiser Chiefs won the South African Premier League soccer. Huh? Okay, since 2015, Kaiser Chiefs won the Premier League soccer. I haven't seen them performing again. Why, sir? Is it financial problems or what? Please, help us. For humble, Edway, Ifri, Alaba, and Ebrayeng. Which teams are the last 10 sides to win the FA Cup, and how many times has any of them defended the title? Mr. Boateng, the way free Tachiman. Realistically, what are the permutations in Ghana's group in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers with 4 games remaining? Salagana Sebash the way and so Efri Ebrayeng. Which World Cup saw more debutants from Africa in terms of numbers allocated to the continent in the history of the Mundial? Whack boy and the way free Tachiman Abba. Say, if Kumasi Asante Kotoko doesn't win the Ghana Premier League, is it a failure for coach Prosper Ogum? We every intensely Kwabe Boahe and anyway and so Abre and Anopay. Mamisha we and so Anefi at the Bacon and Mane. TM Brekum Chelsea. Okay. I was more than surprised to hear Kwesi Frani saying yesterday his team Brekum Chelsea, Chelsea's players mostly asked for the results of or score lines of foreign football games because of betting. My brother Kwesi Frani, this is my question to you. Do you people owe the team, and have you put down proper structures in the club? I'm confused because this will not happen in a club that have proper measures. Okay, it's a discipline and disrespect for players of the club to ask for score lines because of betting whilst in camp in the presence of their team manager. Kwesi Frane, is that okay for you, or you are also interested in betting? Wow. Anefi Sunyai Zongo, okay.
The kind of message, but did he say Omubisa score line because of betting? Chelsea score line. Game, players, foreign matches score line, and Umbabi bisa.
Yeah.
But one fan to say because of
betting.
Because of their interest in the foreign game.
Okay. Nani e can't say. Na in fact betting no.
Debbie.
Sir.
me kind of message, you know, say one fan to us to say players, you know, yes, sir, because of betting. I can see it here on the on forward message, you know.
Okay. On some famra.
But when he says, hey, it be a half time, players never be a foreign in his score liner, and no quite sufficient to say, hey, or move bisa because of betting. It could also be because of their interest in the foreign game.
Okay.
And probably the
and
contest.
discussion.
Okay. But Rango, first half no muko busa score line.
Also mubo game na. Mutim dressing room mutim bebisa.
Befan say be a Chelsea ni kotokobo match. Na first half, na Chelsea players busa match ebo no Europe. Betting tia. Okay. Wow. And they are betting here. Okay. Yes, you need to concentrate on it. You know, I say unprofessional. Yes.
But whatever the reason, it's unprofessional.
Say
you interest in the foreign game.
It's unprofessional.
Say betting, but if it is betting, it makes it more serious.
Okay.
It's unprofessional.
There's another question. So let's go say for the
how they share
one on my original message.
Yes. And on my best set it to.
Also, question abo ane finance.
Bono papa.
Punch ni pa.
Na free money free. Bono obebo.
Obeba. Intisi baby a ane fi person dey akwesi go jira baby asem kra beto no.
What it say na bo baby o.
Odina bodiem. O say disrespectful to the players no. Ni team no structures be no dey go in place. No kra no players respecting the team manager ho. Na after when you ba baby say bisa.
No omo kra na etwa.
But no you interested no man na no na etwa. Baby ane fi di.
Na kwesi we so ntimi nka say obi team mu na okote Chelsea una team manager. No ebe guide na nesi no besi yi ano.
The okay here guide. Is that
baby o yi ano fanfan. Sa na besi chire.
Message no what they are they are fine. Say message no what that there.
Me person who message no.
If you check what they are.
Check me ha go read.
Because you know the match no until so me tongue. They are not. You be crying na fi champion.
Assuming Gerard Piqué had said that Cristiano Ronaldo is better than Messi, our sports presenters will have hyped it for days. But just a few days ago, a fanatic legend of Asante Kotoko, Safu Jemfi, effortlessly chose his rival club player, Hatofok. Rival club, player, Hatofok. No, rival club Hatofok's player, Mohamed Polo, as his all-time best in Ghana football history. Surprisingly, we treated such a hot story perishably, and it seemed dead. It seems dead already. Boss, I want to know from your superlative crew why Ghanaian sports presenters can't hype our own stories.
Gerard Piqué, Ebeka Cristiano Ronaldo, and Mboche Messi.
Yeah.
Polo, Safu Jemfi Polo.
No, Polo then all-time best.
Any all-time best.
Yes.
It may hype Gerard Piqué there. It may hype and say it will be a review. It is easy for us to evaluate and assess it. But you know, media pan be mako Polo ne other players. Man who Babayara, man who Razak.
I never where is it in here?
Who is the best? And there are no notes to read about Razak.
No, that's what Chen say. Sir Piqué, hypo Ronaldo as his all-time best over Messi. A big story.
Yes. And I'm giving the reason why.
But the Safu Jemfi no, any Piqué ni no, the crow because Safu Jemfi and so a legend of Ghana. Black Stars Asante Kotoko, Mohamed Polo a legend of Ghana, and you are seeing in Accra. Okay? Yeah. So for Safu Jemfi to say Polo and a all-time best or the to talk Piqué ni Ronaldo ni Messi ni no. Okay, the banasa, you be kawa hapa. But Safu Jemfi ka Polo di you no. Because ba the crow. So here knows what we do.
You see, the crow.
Yes.
But Saint here, we bet my hype Europe. They know to me into me hype way. For example, Yeni our panel this week. Saint here into me, a bet my hype PK situation in the say. said the Nandi can. One ya show me na. Nkrofo ya odi omo ye mfato yi. Ronaldo, Messi, ye nyina ya hwe wo. Besides that, say statistics na person they can. Uko online you have the statistics about them. Because who hype BB, who argue about BB, who disagree, who raise your points, you need facts to support it. So we are sharing at the adrenaline. But a better than a Safu Jemfia can say, Polo, an all-time best. And this one in Yadrin. I didn't know so in Yadrin was a do the and no answer in Yadrin. When Andy has not watched,
line also did
no, said did it. Hold on.
So, on Gasa Muntra Margin say, Yampa, Yampo. But the fact is, Kotoko, legend. Ebe Hato folk legend say on any all-time best. The facts of Becca's answer. And I open my comment on when be a moon to an ammonia to
General, how do you
come with that gathering the facts?
General, how do you hype something? You hype something by either agreeing or disagreeing and supporting it with the facts.
Yes.
And the facts are what we don't have.
Yes. And your facts, no still are money be at the opposite channel. Mammy Sanka be a Massanti.
Me Kaiser, which
opposite say, and Sida. Sir Basal legend. Ebe Casse. Player be free, Madrid, and then all-time best. And Tennessee, and Crocra Onka. Son of a sort of say, no, any difference.
Some corner, but me justify
any different story.
You see, what you are saying is the same.
And see that, but I see what. So Kotoko player, like I say, has player been the all-time best. Whilst our Kotoko players were almost a great pa. While more be a dinko rare heart of folk. A bad days a heart of folk players over Bakotoka, like I say, the all-time best ever Kotoko. And then see, say they see what Europe now. And open my drink, change it be a no credit and I no credit.
And I make her say, how
Lamont tells you there.
Who Kaiser Dano Krakano, you wow or something like a normal and tensy. But you see, difference kakra on example now was setting. Difference women say, Piqué played with Messi on any Barcelona. Or no Cristiano Ronaldo more baby other. I don't know.
You. Yes.
But Ufa Safu Jemfia, he played alongside Polo. Our Black Stars one national team. But baby I mean no by again say, Ufa the Kotoko has rivalry there. Normally, Enka Obi rival part on Shadanka. Because most Kotoko fans will even drink or say Kofi ahead of
immediately. Kofi thrown to Canada. As a Safo, and there's a Safo car said, "No, no, dear."
That's it.
So, or say Kofi and go on Kado Kayan.
That's right.
Yes.
Until the end of the day, Safo no Kra Okano, he didn't have the privilege of probably playing with Osei Kofi, but he played with Polo. Until the moment say, "Upaso hype BBA, Yamfa Sabiu, Sar hyping a keke." Would the argument, any counter argument, any facts and figures, which we don't have. So how do we hype it?
Yes.
But Upaso hype it
now.
How do you hype it? You want did the general
bitterest rival player and a Kotoko player choose the all-time best wabra. A be one the team wow. Obama Moshe Omini na nim say no mom nana as a go body. No otra Kotoko has.
And only the issue. That is the issue. And only the issue. That's the first phase. But those of us who wants us to hype it, we like the tools and they be hype it at the end.
Oh, okay.
Meaning say Obi Beka say, oh, you talk about Pele, we talk about Garincha, we talk about Maradona, we talk about Mario Kempes, we talk about Guillermo Stabile, a lot of players. You know, almost storyline. Oh, go I'll be reading now. But me assure I don't know about Polo video. No crowd will say, Polo video be bringing a win
almost every day. That is
the only video.
That small one now. Or
no crowd. There's a moko phase 2 of in Koma and I said opposite the faces there. Muntimin can be because so players man show. Says a whole number of Kako there. But I know they all share the fact say we yet to be free. And I said to me see.
I didn't say to me see.
Bassa players. Caught the all-time I know caught Madrid a player. Intense.
No intense.
Yes. In the Biabesino, I want all shadow.
You know we
all
agree.
You know it me yes sir.
Oh it me yes sir. Some are don't choose to Brazilian players baby. But intensity said you all can. Okay. So we could be Nigeria.
But it's our fans no cry no and the Safu Demfi omo ni say massa. Ukoyi all-time best asma obeken. Why polo? Wabra your players be bring Okotoko. Osei Kofi, Golden Boy, no mention them. Okay.
You have a point. It ought to be hyped.
Yes.
But we lack the facts to hype it.
Okay. Still phase 2, no the way.
First phase, I agree with you. Me that statement and say, hey, Kotoko legend now. What choose to has legend as an all-time best.
Yeah.
Me career, I want to miss you.
Yeah.
A bad dear man, Mr. Maka the all kind of many idea now. Because I don't have much fun.
Okay, take Koko Basa among for raise issues or concerns. Me can't Kotoko supporters. Am I right? Say, no cresses, as a na Safo Cano. No cry. That's a Kotoko supporters. No, 2 good 7 out to our cake. Am I right?
No, in football sense, they are right. In football sense, they are right.
In football sense, they are right.
Yes, because
you are arming your opponent the bragging rights.
Yes.
Say, produce the greatest footballer for the planet, for the land, kind of. Into one on the opponent, and I would say big bragging rights.
Meanwhile,
and that's how we fees an authority.
Yeah.
It is a house fan being Kotoko fan because baby. No beer can name my produce this number of players for the Black Stars. Baby, yet there's also any Ghana Bay we are seeing in a house for Yang and I produce the best player ever.
But around contextually, or sit there or no.
He's still an authority. Somebody can go
for the authority. I agree. But so Okasa di ono here na, it doesn't mean polo better than every Kotoko player or Kotoko. No dear or share.
Yeah.
And me say contextualize.
And you're sure Savujan watched Osekofi.
Me so baby I
me sure so we share. But they be on yon in the boy. Body yon in the boy. But Savujan should watch
and I didn't say
Reverend Osekofi.
Me Kaipa said some time ago interview polo. Oh, I'm the boss of him or something. Or say, your friend is saying, say, Uunaka or San Kwababiwa and Kakotoko Nobo.
Aye.
Konsan Kohasda.
That is very common with us former players.
Yes, because as we have supporters no and send us after the playing days no because but polo there also reasons be bintino go san kobo has kobo bokoto
na you know say
I'm appreciating more actually hard to folk
I'm not in the garden for my reasons
okay
so be a bob has a we
yeah
we see we be nya nanka kotoko old players association and campus for join has there
okay
now has some old players association
oh yeah Ahupa yeah Hoopa
value
oh why not yes.
No I'm asking these questions you know value ni omo two different things omo value
no so different here together.
Say you know
omo decision making ya dey omo involve
because say Kessben fans or Hani as a ranking recognize omo their fans no matter the
okay. Sir Ismailado was my idol locally when it came to striking. Okay, listening from Bequeen's residence. Not Santasi as usual, as they say, Bequeen. Because they are so many strikers. But locally, I see him because he move bidia or no, don't so any boy shena. Uncle Kotoko, Uncle Tim Biemu. Ismailado from Hatchfolk. Bequeen so
Bequeen is my other boy.
There be so on the Omuni or share,
the idol there.
Yes,
you can choose anybody to look at. Maybe how Ismailado no finish because on me no cromonse. Far almost striking style now.
Okay, no
monse.
But the idol no angoboko to player. Okay, both Razak and Polo played in the 1978 African Cup of Nations, where Razak was declared Africa's #1. Safu Jemfi never saw Sekofi play. Opinions are like gnosis. Lawyer Kwame Boafo. Anyway, and so about almost force now Safu Sana. Both Razak and Polo played in 1978 African Cup of Nations, where Razak was declared Africa's #1. Safu Jemfi never saw Osekofi play. Opinions are like gnosis. This and lawyer also found yes also
but lawyer message.
Yeah.
which of the two players our Doma compare Polo and Opeso Trezo are better than Polo? Is it Razak or Sekofi?
Opeso Trezo Razak. Kakra dia Razak better see Polo all time because
that was only
1978
and 1 year.
Yes.
Their age because Zarango said the American said Obi Beka said you Bellingham aje Ballon d'Or into a better time Modric. Almost age issues to crown so whoever knows Abia one was playing at the twilight of his career. But you know, I'm gonna hear today.
Okay. Me who's alive and see typing. Let me see what I say go film so. Minimum the day by day.
Say be Apollo ne omo maka no babe.
All right, yentwa so from Mamo Big Joe opinions. They say I like noses, and I always put Polo first, followed by Osei Kofi, James Ajay, and Amusa Gbadamusi. Wow. And also in terms of natural talents and ball play, I will say Adofama 1, Sunday Ibrahim 2, Abedi Pele 3, Joe Gatti, Joe Akins, Abdul Razak, Opokunti, Bismarck Odoy, and Shamokwe are also up there. All right. Kwame Black, and anyway, Abba.
Ball playing at the Shamokwe account. Born box hard Shamuti ball playing Shamo was not there. Shamo the born body Joe de Black was ahead.
I'm going to say for Joe de Branco.
Born body Joe de Bra was even far ahead. Shamo Shimelado finished.
Okay. Please, which is the best La Liga goal as of now? Asifas Elikem. Diaso Central Region and the way Abre Yang. Okay, my entwaso na yenshe we and swear. Joe, why is it that when Kumasi Santikoko players were invited to the Black Stars, they were not allowed a minute, even in a friendly match, to justify their inclusion? But immediately Hatchofos goalkeeper was invited. He was given full time in the World Cup qualification. Why is it that Tema-based referee was appointed to officiate the Kotoko FA Cup match against Tema-based team? Okay, they also assigned the Ababe Kahon. No, Joe, if Polo was the best, why didn't he win the African best player? Okay, one for the also but no. Safo Jemfi de obi de eba no we me hu din bia eka ho edin bia enka ho me hu blade bi e wo soro me nim se ni din a se Safo wo se Polo na ye best all timer di enti na went man win Africa best player ni bi na ni nyina no eba e ma Kotoko players Razak Sunday Ibrahim
General for Victor Pebe General for Rashid Yakini General never Jeju coach Ukocha never won the African best. But Nigeria 400 chance. So choose some best that they'll go for Kucha ahead of Rashidi Yakini and Victor Ikpeba and Adimola Lukmamo Mojiji African best, including Osimhen.
Okay.
JJ never won African best.
We need the FIFA best. Place Vini here and place Neymar here and ask Brazilian to choose one.
Okay.
But
all right.
Neymar never won it.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll be better shining 1 year. Now that 1 year, so there are no strong competitors around. Look, Ufobit is Neymar. Appear at the wrong time. In several years, Neymar born of Barcelona. No, Senye Messi ni Ronaldo era. He could have emerged a Ballon d'Or winner.
I'm on for Officer Pavel Nedved, a Ballon d'Or winner.
Okay. Yentwaso, Honorable Kojo Ban Ajiman, Kojo Natisai. All right. Joe, this argument of Safo Jemfi praising Mohamed Polo shouldn't cause a debate at all. You know, I own a radio station that equally have sports programs like yours, but I'm not glued to mine, as I can't do without your program each day. Wherever I am in the world, I tune in to Kessben Sports. It's not because you are a nice gentleman that ladies love, But the truth is, you and your team are the best when it comes to sports delivery in Ghana. None can be compared to you guys. Simple. Honorable Kojoba Jiman, yadasi pa, yadasi.
Yes. Yeah, the last time I met him in Accra, I say, "I told you to meeting." Yes. What do no more chair? No. Yeah. Oh, only free can go to the meeting. That's it. I was so tear. Yes. He's always glued to his.
Yes.
And was showing good, no, because.
I know who you are. I know who you are.
Feeling.
Now, see you. No, didn't just say you. I see you and just a single.
No, me single. That's also called you are down for.
Me say you. To me, cherry puppy.
The person say. So also called
you. You were second person.
Yeah, you. You
but say you are nice. You know. Contest you know. But you know. Okay. Contest near you know.
10 minutes 11.
A singular you or a plural you.
A plural.
Or say not that you are a nice man. One can say nice man. Not that you are a nice man. And watch us a you are down for
okay. That's it. Because a radio station, our sports.
Oh, yeah.
But
as
a yes. Because
is it salt?
No, salt.
Okay. Okay, I'm on camera. Okay. Yeah, twaso de amamo ahwan de na ye de ebajo indeed Safu Jemfi never saw Osei Kofi play. Osei Kofi retired in 1974 while Safu Jemfi started playing in the 90s. I can see Sapon Koforidia and the way abreye women free hanyanko baby free. In fact, though the father Polo didn't win the African best player, doesn't mean Razak was better than him. It's never possible and cannot be possible. If that is the case, then Osei Kofi should also be considered as Ghana's best. Then Osei Kofi shouldn't also be considered as Ghana's best because he also didn't win the African best.
Yes.
Wow, I love this argument. Yes. In the moment for African best, it
can't be Batun
because but Osei Kofi no more abano.
Osei Kofi also never won.
Kingsley Wefi Tamale, if the injured Black Stars players are to recover with good performance in the next qualifiers, which among the players who made it to the recent qualifiers will be withdrawn to pave way for those players? Okay, Kingsley Tamale, Andy Minim, Dr. Frank, stop defending Hartofok in every issue. Razak didn't shine in just one season. Razak played for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, left and came back with the performance, with best performance. Okay, go back and watch the Kotoko Zamalek game at the Kumasi Sports Stadium. Why anyway? Esremo ayamo di dino kahoba na eboye pa Blake wana na unwaside way abreye.
Now, did I ever say that Razak shined in just 1 year? I've never said that yet. Oh, okay. How would I say that? Golden Boy Abdul Razak shined in 1 year. I've not said that. Okay. The only thing I say, player be beat my African best. Never that player and say 1 year no and no shining. Okay. But will be to my shiny throughout. But the year no crowd who shining. Not there are better players in Tinu to marry. I was making general statement, but not specific reference to my good friend Golden Boy Abdul Razak.
All right. Honorable FM, no, your friend no Adansie 98.9 FM. Adansie 98.9 FM. Okay. That's Honorable Kojo Ban Ajiman. Ma yenje we and so Osisa Polo once said on one to me that Golden Boy Abdul Razak met him and told him that he Polo was the finest of finest in Ghana. Okay, this issue is very, very confusing, and since we don't have their videos, it's been back and forth. Okay, look for Reverend Osei Kofi or Polo and ask them who is better, who was better. Okay, all right. And yeah, 12 ways. So the count on Nefi Yemfa Mada. This is why we better studio ha na over kinkai na amount for etid opposite with the brain. Yeah, twice the amount wine dear and eba say we say MC Malik. Okay, we am saying no question. Information being an opposite with the later. Remember, na ya me hwe and also enyina. Mefa commercials kakrebi. It's about time our so-called leaders. But I'm saying
messages kakrebi.
Sir. All right. Let me say, Mama, me share time. Let me say my kind more. Because Mama, okay. Please, can you tell me how many the number of matches left for Liverpool to win the Premiership? Spatus watching you live from Manso actually and actually okay and now the way free buy Kobe Bema Camp or say I've never watched any of these players because I wasn't born, but I will choose Kukudazi all day all time as the best just because of how you talk about him and praise him. Just listening to you talk about him gives me goosebumps. I really wish I watched your maestro Kukudazi play. Oh, Emi ya. Someone share Kukudazi. Wow. Bema Camp, Kobe, one of the way Abba, my all-time best defender, Ewo Ghana, make a time beer every day, make us the same way. All right. Ebi binum baya no more better. Echena man show mo, don't show myself and Africa. Please, did Abedi Pele play in the Ghana Premier League? If yes, which team did he play for? Solomon Jesse, anyway, free Amstead, Mampo Campus, and Ababe Kainsa, and Anno Pay. Please, which team is likely to win the Ghana Premier League and why? Okay. Again, Sergio, please, according to the players each team in the GPL possess, which team do you think should win the Premier League based on the players they possess? Wow. Kwame Maestro, Edway Ifri Sunyan and Abre. Question we double. Team Ben Amujidis will win the Premier League, you know. And number 2, Team Ben are also players now Omuwana. Inka Eso Mutimi a Ghana Premier League, you know. I see a week saying
week 25, but
25.
Okay.
Yesterday was I was surprised to see Santiago fans celebrating Hearts of Fufuro Abba. Joe, mathematically, what are the chances of the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the ongoing FIFA World Cup qualifiers? Prince Jesse Edward Efri Almeria, Spain, and Enso Abekainsa and Anopay. Yo, which coach so far has performed so creditably, in your opinion, in the Ghana Premier League? Okay, and also Kwame Asante the way Efri Sokoban and Abrayan. Please, has the Black Stars scored in any big game and a big team? I don't get it. And what are the biggest teams the Black Stars have ever scored?
The biggest margin. The biggest teams
that Ghana have ever beaten and have scored. Okay.
Yes,
Julius Kojo Kaswa.
The question is clear.
Clear.
Okay. Nigeria, Cameroon, Egypt,
Morocco, and England.
Nigeria, yes.
Germany,
the Ghana channel
USA. There be who say team Kessben or Sumbupa Ghana. The biggest opponent at Ghana defeating.
Some question.
Yes, me sanity. And I what you say?
Me I say, sir, countries now as a Franco boy. One Ghana channel no pa also.
Okay.
In terms of goals.
I'm looking at most high-profile team Ghana Ashen.
You know, question and code as I read you now.
Yeah, mama on the coast.
Okay, no problem.
Please, I want to know, in coaching courses, what do they really teach? Is it about formation, like 4-4-2, 3-5-1, 3-4-3, or tactics? Okay, if it is so, then I suggest coaches like Lampard didn't learn. Bismarck, Chronoma boy here, in the way, Abba.
So just arrangement.
Okay.
The arrangement is a coach be enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, the so differential tactics, no, and how to manage having the communication skill and then out me edgema.
Okay.
And it will be taking tough decisions. And then out me edgema. Arrangement they say obi abiti me. What she players no pass okay. And there's obi abiti me.
Which nanka said to say the Juma journalism no. The betchre one and also. But well nim the new nyansa power the bayan. A dosso pa.
Okay.
Classroom.
My problem is, with all these great players we are talking about, why couldn't Ghana qualify for a single World Cup at that time? Bouncer, they are the ultimate scaffold, new Achimota overhead, and anyway, and so Abre.
Legitimate question.
Very, very legitimate.
William said,
how many countries were qualifying at that time?
Yep.
How many countries were in the World Cup if you are
But I one Pekra, we claim to be best at a point in time in those times.
Yes. What I mean, Nim Krano, mentions him free 1978 or 70s. Ghana near Jinamupa, Ye Africa, Ye Jiwa 78, Poco Free Num Ebeje, Africa, Afcon, Ewo Ghana. Okay, and they Babisi 82 near Jinamupa. 82, you had to focus on the players. 83, Kotoko Beji, ye dominated the bar 1992, Senegal. She plays at the course Senegal. From that time, Yentman qualifier Pim time by 1996. 2006, they qualify.
Nigeria
players are no war.
You know, Nigeria bought AFCON final last year.
Yeah.
What is their situation now? Brought more bread in the qualifier for the World Cup. I'm not defending the old regime, but I'm citing reasons why it will be difficult. Then, because Nigeria, if you have to go by the basis of
and the new ones, she said, Adena, Yakin, Ghana for say, my best players are. Yen chef from 206 for you move qualify no mujrem. Yen show mubia.
That's why I'm saying I'm giving other reasons.
Creative picture say. The
thing was,
it will be an African Cup qualifications.
Who's a dog? The 10 until 1970. Now Africa need definite slots. It was World Cup. It was Kwame Nkrumah even protested, and we even boycotted one of the World Cup, which was 1966. And that was the reason why they decided to give us single slot. First, as I said, intercontinental qualifiers in Asia 4. And even Sergio, that's the reason why, apart from say Egypt born 1934 World Cup, no, we have to wait till 1970 till we get a definite slot. So ni any slot, and a slot no be 1 till say be 2 in 1982 Spain, and a bar 3 before say bar 5. Baby, age now, ye call 9. Initially, not slot in you. All right. But say you a legitimate question with these great players, then can say World Cup till this time.
Sergio, I'm expecting your panel to bash our parliamentarians today for dividing the country politically in football terms. Is it right? Seems you are afraid of them. Ever since they started this debate on black stars in Parliament, you don't say much about it. Are you afraid to be invited? Come to see anyway every Kenya say and Abreye and Anope. Understand that after consultation with FIFA and CAF, the FA, the Kenyan Football Federation, have provisionally suspended goalkeeper Patrick Matasi from all FKF sanctioned events and competitions for 90 days following concerns raised by circulating videos suggesting possible match manipulation. Is there any football governing law that permits the FA to suspend someone who is not yet guilty? MC Malik and Ebusa Semwe. Me paso mo hwe sa videos no. Production mo pesa video no my e be boy en the discussion no. So DNT and our suspend their brand. Is there any football governing law that permits the FA to suspend someone who is not yet guilty? Inti Monshe Gola Abrante no concede. Apart from we first goal no cry. Yeah, so 2 goals as well each other.
Yeah, 2.
Odininache.
We first. I think there's another one.
Okay. We as soon we the other time we share no mo share green also light green. Yeah, we so goalkeeper dem say or the balls need to check e Kenya. Yes. We said that Jaito net.
That directing Kokonoma.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. We so you cover. We have qualified. Just say Matasi news in a Juma o ya no. The goals need to chess okay. Yenche we so ha we na make no. Yehwe the BY be hu. No sa blame obi mo hwe na the boy full sa blame obi. Yes. Ndi yen komra na yenhwe we nyina branti mo gidi say edu bia na goals na siri o. Na lo sa hwe go ni be wo hwe we this particular.
Ubenya different angle. Ho na be hu ni.
Yeah, sa angle na hu ni. Yes. There be no way. Yenhwe second angle. Yenhwe bia we. Bia next angle na be hu mo hwe wa. Mo hwe. I said that. What 2 goals na. Yes ba ko bo. Easy.
Before that, no, there's a tape leak here. Tape ni needing for catching so many 2 goals in the game.
In the way no, this omunya bibi jina so ansa na suspended na. That be that.
Malik Bisa says the any governing law. Obvious crime. You intino see provisionally suspended.
Yeah.
Okay. Shemna who so on paper they will clear the suspension.
They mean business.
Razak was a complete footballer. Polo was a dribbler. Razak played with Pele in the same team in the United States of America. It's his view. The African slot was 1 or 2. That's why we couldn't qualify for the World Cup. Officiating was an issue too. Now 5+ teams are picked for the Mundial. Say 9. As at
1982, na Ghana G African Cup of Nations 4 times. In Team Posey 1 krana, there is still justification in asking.
Why?
Say, why just 4 times? I think we're the most successful then.
Yeah. Okay.
Unanim bopa on the African continent. Why Mako 9? Yempo binko si Africa name World Cup or Efra Unkobi. And see a bizarre question.
And dog by that time now Algeria and GB, but no go wake up.
Okay.
Not Tunisia and GB, but no go wake up.
Okay. So with that, those facts, Dr. Franco Naru and Andy want to tell us they can't do justice to this huge statement from a Kotoko legend. Huge statement from a Kotoko legend. And what was a name no okay? Ashraf, would we if we Kenya say and Abre?
We're justice doing justice.
Okay. Young Kofa Niwat Scientific Herbal Clinic in Kratoka Krebi Emra na yeba minim se bi aba videos na yetie eno ansana yaba aba be church ya dwen di afa questions no. Niwat
Jaffe Makwaba, about Niwat Scientific Hospital. A team of medical scientists. I have created a boom near the infidel Maswa, a juma, or Yasue Hasi, Yasue Hadi, and yes, I'll buy a Sabi, near time a good amount, said the Coconon. The boom, you know, 2 FDSO. The Mephidio Mushimu, the Mium at the Potier, the Yarene Breo, Nesamium in Ya, Yarene do in the piano so. The Vegetarian to Yariasi, what the editing said. See, baby, I said, what to wear the Asia, which into a centum.
What scientific hospital, Dr. Phobius Yajumani say, enubuna enutan a obo ade e dum ye no yenye mu hwemu na fe enwenu akasa e wo ma friends phytochemicals no ye extract say enwenu no na ye fam frem no emfa emao ebi a kidney no yare abem kidney no essay yanko na Ghana ha ye de take ahaban e de dialysis a kidney no asay akodu se den kura no a nyarehemu na nya didi na fo ni kirem ewo ni what scientific hospital bofra ban eboye ama wo diabetes ye ni bofra ban ene nyama bi efra e de ma wo a ebebo ma diabetes na o sugar e cost pay no eno so aboa ama etinya bafum ebi na wo hwe misisi na o problem pa e yo mema sem beba bi wo no a onya tenkan kwa so mo ba beda obo so otimi nya hode ne pagya no no oba ehyemu a ehyemu na adwo eno obo so atese ne bema no ensore kra ebi na e no bi ada so a wo no yo ba na utie me na se eya wo no problem ebi na e fibro na kosi a wo no kwan ana wa kwa ya sabia doctor si ensu abetata onkosuemu ovarian cyst ana se fallopian tube no e na block ye obebu okura wo sebo ensisi so ni nyina timi sinyi se ho kwan be ma ebi na ho nsuo e na wo form nkwabon e wo form low sperm count na wo okura be ba be ne ho nsuo mo no na emo no be friends spermatozoa no ba kokura we nyina e ha esi awo ho kwan a obendi what scientific hospital a enfidie de ehwe mo be da di amye wo se problem bi wo no mo a ne atinye ho aduro na afi aduane ye be kyerɛ mo adi pressure ti amo akoma bo periperi asem kura si ofie ntimi mo amane obi so hwe me na ne die stroke akawa to mpam ye kwa wo ye ba wo so ntimi o kasa na pampan boni die kyerɛ frɛ no halitosis yade ba ko a ya no wan obi opɛwase obetimi akade a kyerɛ wo a ade bedi unya o kasa bia no obi atwene hwene okoda na nwumre o da o jonso antentem ye papa mo mpanifo no e free 40 50 60 years e kwa ni mo no o prostate na ye kase prostate enlargement e ba sa o da o jonso antentem o jonso bebransa na ade akye e mane nka achi emye nkofa catheter ahoma nkoto ba memo abusuafo bi ebere ni nti manya adagye ammo ya de dia nyadidie semi what scientific hospital Ghana ha de o pa ya sabe ya dia ba fim die fidie e de twe enubena ena fa ho de ni efra haban mu e de saw ya de ma wo na e ni what scientific hospital yi wo Kumase atonsu Monaco junction ya Dansura bank no ene bi ene mehwe enkran so ye o ma 7 ye ben Janet Corner dan no 0244 087687. In case you are watching us from any part of the world, whether you are in any African country or you are watching us from Europe, you can contact us on WhatsApp +233 244 087687 or on Google Map. Just type Niwat Scientific Hospital and you'll be given the exact location.
Niwat Scientific Hospital. Nyanko Pwanda Rumenti Wamoto Ebeba.
Sejo bibisa se kwesi apia timi the Sudan for qualify World Cup. Sejo for me the biggest ever legacy. Even bo any accolades awanyina. Sejo for me otimi the Senegal etimi Sudan the qualify free World Cup from Senegal group now. Sejo the biggest legacy. Yes, Wajiji trophies with Kotoko who ejuma waye taking the Black Stars to the World Cup. But Sejo taking Sudan to the World Cup will be more difficult as compared to taking to the Black Stars a World Cup. And for me, I believe say Utimiesa I know being the biggest ever legacy in terms of
the South Sudan draw no. Hard dream.
Per the time now, Omotina South Sudan for no ebeti kanwa and only asema a hard dream kakra.
See the Bema Sudan the Anasa Yegwa na the biggest achievement is a when Ntokwesi Okromo, no moon to me more, home matches, crowd, or yet all vie for. So if he succeeds in qualifying them for the World Cup, it will be his biggest achievement.
The biggest ever legacy. Sergio, Obi Insu Bisai said, international breaky countries being a performer power. Sergio, the best country is Ghana. Per the result are being in terms of even though yes, Ebinuma we need two games ning 6 points. But goals scored and goals conceded.
Against which opponents?
Yeah, we played Chad, we played Madagascar. Algeria played Mozambique, and they played Botswana. Algeria na washe goals dudua ene eyepe. Ye nyina ye 8 goals. But omo conceded.
Okay.
They conceded against Botswana, they conceded against Mozambique. Okay. And that is where they fell short when compared to us. Young conceded. That happens to be the reason why the best team in this international brink window are able World Cup qualifiers.
I will like a be a share namut super sport. Nigeria pandits no.
Muhammadu game
Nigeria.
Okay.
It looks as if apart from 1 or 2 players, Yempam will be a free team. Just an interesting game.
Almost you seamen Kwana. Almost Osimen do wa boom.
Yes.
Akasi omonsom buano.
Yes. Not just at the end or hand the Nigeria plays here or more. Yempam Munana country no don't.
I said, they are right. Yes. When we have these players and you struggle against Zimbabwe
in
Nigeria, more a Fenerbahce for right back, more Fulham for centre back, more Leicester City for number 6, more Fulham for number 7, more Adimula Lukman or both Champions League. Real Madrid more Croti Omudi, more indeed Mabo indeed, Mabo Chukwueze should be one of the best wingers on the continent. In the days of Villarreal, I'm Madrid Crepen. Also, the career
Astoril is the best midfield.
Astoril, Enna, Moses Simon,
one of the best African players in the French League.
But say you blame the player, you give about 60% blame to the players. But Nigerians, coach because Sadia Naka, they should go back and check the days they were performing, the kind of coaches are normal. Clement Westerhoff, Joe Bomfrey, just say Pesero. Tournament no mutimi kobo do fan and any players in the it was because of the arrangement of the players. And some of omofa coach some betimi control no. Inti no mkofa as a coach win. And yes Nigeria be kwa kofa African coach. Piso Bosman kura ho da ho no man kwa kofa no because they knew say they cannot control Piso. Inti no mkofa we. So you blame the players. And I totally agree with them. Where's the beyond the best describable players in the Zimbabwe? Nigeria no more bar no more bread. No. Also more day more top copy time.
This issue grab me bana kama se mebusa mo koba na ebinom the messages about program no so there are no minnows in African football or in world football. And the pundits and say there are minnows football.
There are proper minnows.
There are exceptional minnows.
Yes. Mo bianca be that's a minnows in football. Minnows. Now in Zimbabwe, one I say there are no minnows in football. Minnows or hopper.
Nations League no Mubo Europe. Now one do semi-final.
Omo do semi-final.
Yeah, Omo do semi-final.
Omo.
Nations Omo.
Any more so be kono
Omo. Yes. Sa surprises na ya esi ba ko na ntie ka se minnows ni o. 1950 World Cup ABC. But year BIBC. Ye nyamba ko bia e fa ho an no obeduru baabi. E cha asisi ye nyene.
Togo ko World Cup.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Togo World Cup.
South Korea duru quarter finals of the World Cup no. ACC mako. E sisa from TTBC ne enye na nko anisi.
Surprises. 9 countries have qualified for World Cup. So
Nigeria and South Africa
because South Africa
has been at the World Cup too. Inti eya ma yenye born yenyire ye hona ye nim bono. Yenko ye nim last year AFCON boy no am the Cup finals. 3 times Cote d'Ivoire Nigeria omoni Cote d'Ivoire for the ball finals.
Yes.
Inti football there omo nim board na European teams na omo be qualify for World Cup. South America, Argentina now qualified first. They have won a tournament 3 times. Into Masters now negotiate Masters.
Sergio, Obisu Bizarre since Kaiser Chiefs on Tio Monka. But Sergio, you know if he said, yeah, I'm only pitch ball final. No?
Yeah.
2021. Just let me say virtually 4 years ago. Sergio, they were there in the CAF Champions League finals. It was just unfortunate say they met Nadia Alali. Ena Omuluzuye. Emma Nadi Alali. Etimi omufrim. So in as much as Kaiser Chiefs since that time our Multimidi League in 2016, at least they performed creditably. Just by say league no winning no, and of course Mamelodi Sundowns are dominating. Sergio Obisu besides Mohammed Kudus, penny age no. Sergio for me, I think say penny age he doesn't need to move to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
In as much as Sikakesi Eba, initially the Kaiba say Ali Tiad, baby a Benzema Munin Gulu Kantimo, and once about to just say Al Nasser, baby a Ronaldo, almost so epeno.
84 million pounds West Ham Funsum, no Kudus.
Yes.
4 million pounds.
Okay.
So, 84, I'm a club now. Don't be trouble. Uncle
Financially, it's good for the club.
Not just show.
Uncle Jin on Sabra.
Could you music?
Starboy. Yes. Nima Funya Kajo.
Yes. Find your crowd about to balls. Yeah, I want to go.
Sergio, Obisu besides, Sergio may say me best 11 for now. Yeah, they be call World Cup for now.
Africa.
Yes, Africa.
Say the whole Africa one team.
Yes, me one team.
So goalkeeper there, tweet place when I play.
Sir.
You know Ronnie Williams and Benjamin Sarri.
Sir.
And the bed team back.
Sergio, me fire sin Bono.
Okay.
Morocco goalkeeper, yeah, me fire sin Bono.
Yeah.
Mefa Ashraf Hakimi at the right back. Sure. Ryan Aitinuri, Algeria left back now, or Wolves. Sergio, the guy has been playing comfortably. Edmond Tapsoba alongside William Trustekon. Na Koulibaly, Ebe was Roka Kraba Sergio, Mayne from the quality na Bafa from Kakra. Moving to Saudi Arabia no. So Mefa Ono alongside William Trustekon, the performance you know, Sergio, he's maintaining it. Why
the
consistent?
Captain of the
captain, yeah. Maintaining William Trustekon. Now Mafa Mafa pivot me, you know. Andre Zambo and Gisani Thomas Partey. Sergio, Wemo Enebeme. Salah on the right, Ademola Lukman on the left. Mohamed Amin Amoura of Wolfsburg. The Algerian gunner has been performing very well alongside Victor Osimhen. Sergio, Wemo Ebeye me best 11. Say me fa me players are Yedibeko World Cup. Say in terms of Africa, ye whole team. Sergio, Obinsu besides Sergio, the permutations of the Ghanaian group. Sergio, Ghana group no. Oh here after say you bought 6 games, you 15 points. Only 1 game pen you lose. And you're shining in a more draw. Ni Odaye Chino Comoros Island are also 12 points. And of course, Madagascar at 10, Sania Basie, Baby Amalimo, Ewonomo, Kwabaso, Ewo Chad Sado. Sergio, near Tiani said, Obehe the next 2 games, no, and only crucial. Next 2 games, no, qualifiers need bouncing back in September. Ye call away to Chad. And that game, Sergio, hopefully, Ebebaso Ewo a neutral ground. A win for Ghana will take Ghana to 18 points. Then what will remain is Ebeka only 3 matches per. 3 matches, 9 points to search for. So 18 points, other national teams in Asia. Because any Chad Ebono, na Comoros, any Mali, Ebewo almost second leg to play. My wouldn't fise Malaria na etimi Comoros ama Comoros entimi anya maximum points anko winning. So Mali share omono e ma mo kanai ho before so mo benya that win against Chad in that game na about so. So Sergio ye winning Chad equal 18. Na Comoros ni Mali e pie draw ana Mali sha ye be ko 18. Comoros beka 12. Okay. Mali be free 8 about 11. Okay. Nature say in that case you must 6 points difference.
Mali be free 9 about 12. Mali has 9 now.
Mali has 9.
Yes.
Okay. Mali be free 9 about 12. Inti be 6 points difference. So Sergio, which means 3 games na back no. We here only 4 points per. That would mean 3 games na back no. We here only 4 points per. And that is the second leg against Mali, the away match against Central African Republic, and of course the last game that we are going to finish Ewo Yeni Comoros Island. So Sergio, these are the permutations of the group. Sergio, and also leading me to the permutations of Super Eagles group. No? Super Eagles Ewo 4th with 7 points. Omani Mpe Benin, any Rwanda almost 8 points. Sergio, who have points build up of all the national teams Ewo group now. Baby a competition and shedding him Oh other groups now. obi wo say obi wo 15 na obi wo 16 obi wo be 16 ana ebi a obi wo 14 obi wo be 13 na obi wo say points ne boboso kakra. But as a Nigeria group no we mo atimu too much because 13 points for South Africa and Rwanda having only 8 points. Sergio, almost 5 points difference. Emua virtually a year 2 games anisa. Sergio, South Africa just need to win 3 of the 4 matches now. Can Sergio, they are good to go. Even if Nigeria show more, Nigeria will contend for a playoff spot. And that is where even a Honumbe dangerous kaka because some of the countries they can't build the points because who 4th, who 7, obi who 12, the second crowd nyanya a playoff spot no nyanya. So you even more 11, even more 10, even playoff spot no nyandru. Okay. Oh Nigeria fina was 7. So Sergio, for me, me can't pass me verdict on that. Me say the ticket is gone. Nigeria for no among train they should just look for 2030 World Cup now. Ebe basono. Sergio, oh Ghana. Department local player beer feature World Cup in terms of appearance goalkeeping. Obekaya yeko 2006 World Cup no 4 local based players in a koye. Mekai na Jojo was around, na Sheila Iliasu was around, Habib Mohammed and Dankwi. Na Jojo was with Ash Gold, Sheila Iliasu with Asante Kotoko, Habib Mohammed with Kim Faisal, and then Dankwi with Accra Sufuk. Yeko 2010. And also, said you not 2 local based keepers. Aholu Stephen with Heart of Lions, and then Daniel Eje with Liberty Professionals. Lee Addy was also with Brecum Chelsea around that time. But said you he managed to be among those guys at World Cup. Even in the second game against Australia, only Jonathan Mensah and a boy. That game I bought 1-1. Tata Momulidi as a Mojan take from the sport no. So here 2014 so there was a local player in the shape of Stephen Adams from Adriana and of course Yebenya Danlad Ibrahim ewo the Qatar 2022. So department I said look a World Cup bia yenya nipa free and a play of free local league no oboremu goalkeeper no and said you pay how things have been going on it looks likely say going to the next World Cup 2026 department ebetimi a local player featuring is going to be the goalkeeping even though some of the other local players are also getting call-ups like Razak Simpson and Kamara Dean Mahmoudua almost so I whether so betimi maintain almost sport no said you no lead me to next call-up no say boa na obia ye fit obia ba say you players in ebimu likely say ebimu beka for me it's likely say some of the other local players like Kamara Dean Mahmoudou or a right back even though he can give you an option or left back no he can give you an option but imagine Tariq Lamptey and of course Ali Dusedi around likely so any Kislishin Lakra Hobeka and say ebetimi abase midfielders no Elisha Usumuba some of the other midfielders no ebaji say bia kufichire mu any Majid Ashimeru mu enya full fitness aba ebia na Francis Abumu ni Loris Ajikum no ebia na omunwaka so Sejo and also one of the things Sejo obi so beside say last 10 FA Cup winners Ghana Sejo obe from the 2011-12 season and no now they be count where they are do 10 because some of the seasons we are more due to number 12 any normalizations and semi bemo so Edubiase 2012 Mediama 2013 Kotoko 2014 Mediama 2015 Bechem 2016 Kotoko 2017 and then of course 2021 has 2022 has Dreams in 2023 and then Swatre in 2024 these are the last 10 winners so emu has on kwana team aji a defender under coach Samuel Bodu Moji against Ash Gold and Onsabeji against Bechem United so I think that World Cup qualifiers in Edikanka. The reason why we find it very difficult to qualify, Sergio, me believe you say obi send message officiating count. Me kai any Morocco, ye kobo qualify for 1998. Sergio referees see be pa. That game 1-0 now mo share you know. Sergio abedi pele atwe mo defender ko shego na referee agi foul against yen no such abedi pele red card yellow card on that occasion. And Sergio honestly in as much as say na slot ni no so no Sergio opposite officiating so one of the things. But I said, yo, for me, I think it's per the quality and it keeps me wondering, said you, why have we had the luxury of this all top place? But said you, we were finding it very difficult to qualify to World Cup that day. Okay. And said you, Tunisia called 1978. By that time, no money African champion. Okay. Algeria called 1982. By that time, no money African champion. Okay. Meanwhile, they had even 4 championship. Cameroon Chassier AFCON 1984. But 1982 they were there. So I said, but now they have the opportunity of going. Okay. So why not us till 2006? And said, even 2006, no said, and of course the FA at that time, and of course the 5 years at the policy. We late Ben Kofi and also other factors. So qualifying to World Cup no until say Kosin and Tichiba no na emu binum kwan nim say a project akasa ye and of course when we had that opportunity of going, various governments are by any administration so how the importance of World Cup is. And of course, push up for so even said you call 2006 World Cup. You share US. I saw some interviews at US citizens. Almost your money or might be a friend in Ghana. Okay. Till Senka and your boy. So said you see how World Cup qualification amayedi ashita fabebia. And said you it opens opportunities. Countries to me could huge money to clubs, to international media just to advertise themselves. Utimi visit Rwanda, visit Malaysia, Azerbaijan power, and all those things. So yo, World Cup Emma will do that global simo be who Emma even some companies be quite me okay, Mamiko Google Namiko Hememu saying DNA how are things over going there? Even now I decided to be investing and now all investing. So say yo qualifying to World Cup there a project. Maybe another times no abaya no more so no money. How qualifying to World Cup was a project by that then. Maybe I know so one of the possible things are the reason why I ENTM World Cup. Sergio, my last be parliamentarians. Okay. Honestly, SSO mutuni down. Honestly, SSO mutuni down. Football there a united and no nema ye who say way ni. Sergio, me a surprise. Just this week a train me one parliamentarian sorry, Sergio. Or no be say Mr. Speaker, unim red. I was shocked. Red.
What is that?
Sergio Quentin. Red. Red. R-E-D.
No. It's a color red.
Okay.
Send my
and I said you're curious. Said you're curious. Yeah, I met me at him. Said you're curious. Yeah, I met me at him.
Okay. But this I didn't say. About okay. You find the friend red.
Yes.
Come sign your man. To win a team bedroom wonderful.
Now they can't go baby there. Now they are down flat.
Okay. I feel flat. Okay. Obi Busa.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, unim red. Besides your social media, Miss Race, I was wondering. Miss parliamentarian pa.
Oh yes, I will. Say, you know, I take you. I'm a ministry for employment, and NYA. I'm taking the matter up because almost say youth, you know, into was so mubim, into no busa speaker so in red, because na speaker so I. And also, good to say, wow, into a matter, parliamentarians now taking it up. Into our don't be surprised because almost say you to know, red didn't say you to know, into the taking it up.
Minister, say investigations about regards to how drugs are, but the tone of said you'll be some.
The sentence will be read and they're trend.
And they're trend in tennis sources on red.
Seth, anyway, if you impress, Seth, yet more on Price General Hospital. I see a Tramadol 250 mg. Never read now. Tramadol 250 is it milligram? Okay. All right. I see that, but no. And then now why Busan Sana Ufabi. Right. And as an old dad,
say boys and them drinks. Until say drink
Ghana
ogun so mo no ma.
Oh, my hobby.
Please tell our world that Kudus Mohammed can win the Ballon d'Or of FIFA World Best. Neither can he win the UEFA Champions League, Europa, or the EPL with West Ham. So he rather praise the deal goes through. And a boy, Uncle Jessica Mragana. Why? I can see Afrani Brekum Chelsea. Anyway, I can see what the Abadia, where you know, question at the buy, and no message at the ban. Can you imagine players could come to the dressing room after the first half of a game and be asking their colleagues on the bench, Chelsea are saying, have you checked Madrid's game at the expense of their own game? Oh, I can see. And so what I never think can operate or the question to be amount. To remind you that Razak was bought to play for Cosmos SA straight away with our trials to play alongside Pele and Bakimba as the best midfielder, best striker and best defender respectively in the world at that time to build up football in the USA. We should come we should say I'm free polo alcohol. We are okay, you know, Razak, a better polo. Simple. All right. Kwame.
Yes, General. Mastercard into one dance na mabay. Na Mastercard a card ya didja. Ube didja. Uhiya so be use Mastercard. Adie bia betobia betime use Mastercard na di tiaka. Mastercard de ni deductions no our form. Enunti and also use Mastercard. Now use Mastercard edidja opportunity ne be bad amount. Mastercard inti obetime opportunity no ko hwe UEFA Champions League finals no our Munich o trip no airline ticket ade beko o visa wonsensem nyina no Mastercard ene be fa woka eno to use Mastercard no e free sabre enkodu 30th of April e bia na wutiri ayeye ne a fourth say du kofe UEFA Champions League no ensu bi my momo app no empty and everywhere you go my momo app no also download the o download my momo app ni bi e de to phone so a e be more opportunity was send sika koma wall e be more opportunity was send sika from us say Franco umame papa unia ba o girlfriend obi abesani sika akoma no at zero charges enunti and also download the my momo app no e de to phone so within sabre bra wo shopo beton tade na already made in tade na ya pam no e bi oh masye 3 to 4 obeto 3 to 4 now to 3 to 4 entadena sa madie ememadia ye becho fabric ni bia ka becho within material ni bi e de aka ho ananso okona de also koto within 18 years wa kwa akopam a 18 years na beto no ye becho years ni bi e de aka ho Ghana month enche na eba na wieye Ghana month busumi eba na wie pepe na se dwumedie no ye de aba na wie ntifo ne che Kumasi City Mall obohu within shop oho SG Mall obohu within shop on Dum Unicorn House obohu within shop and so ho de no ekeme for some fanto bibia nim se sabre de nhihye no aguna kwan mu enu ti hye ne so bo ba wo maso ya wo mo awo Ractre Park nche hom marriage ope certificate um bibia fa ware ho a wo mo registry no awo Ractre Park nche ho oba customary marriage certificate 102 Ghana, ordinance marriage certificate 242, customary divorce certificate 350, search for lost certificate 52 Ghana cedis, certified 2-copy certificate 102 Ghana cedis, authentication of marriage certificate and you see 50 Ghana cedis. And until Senesom, na furniture Ractre Park in Chawo, wo pe a year a warrior and who certificate bia ye na also ba memo bia and nada adentem bia embem braya so ye djuma fiti juada enkoduru fiada. Your number is 0592 56 5959 0592 56 5959. The number de manusi no Thomas Utia bebia wo bia ye chiao the POP man
go there
oh man ko hokra o POP a efe designs a efe pa se ye nyamfa ma wo fie no do level ye POP bedroom hall, kitchen, toilet, corridor mu, ope POP efa Thomas and also friend.
Tommy
Thomas number 0243 410199 0243 410199 ope quality POP Tommy and also friend.
Thomas, maybe I will be a man. No, we all see differently, but believe this or not, apart from Osman Seidu, aka Babayara, no other player comes close to Reverend Osei Kofi. Ibrahim Sunday stands tall in Africa as the best midfielder of his time, followed by Razak. John Eshen of blessed memory is our best central number 5. Kase my best, not our best. Kofi Misro. Kase is my best. Make Kase our best. Okay, central number 5 defender, Noku Kudazi. Okay, enti Kofi also the no opinions there. Ubia echere. Mamenko Dr. Franco Naro. Na yenhwe de also the ebre asemo. Great things always come from ordinary places, and great remedies come from unlikely sources. Hey, now we should account. All right, Doc, you.
Okay, General. I say so. Asante Kotoko and winning Ghana Premier League na anyimbia yebeka say omo ye failure ana eno ye obi questioner or the buy. Na person already be.
No.
Oh, okay. Me feels any panel will beside that question. No, quite interesting question because as we speak, Asante Kotoko is on top of the league. Say at the beginning of season, ana obi bisa sa asemna meka say yes. So Warenia untumi nka say or you're disappointing. But where we are now, baby Kotoko, ababeda sisi ani de. I think that so Kotoko ntumi anwenia. I dare say ni fans are now be able to make us say, "Oh my, disappointing." In the sense, say, as we speak now, Asante Kotoko is on top of the league, and you expect say, if team no what in fufro cry now after some 23 games, will lead with some 4 points there. A better than say on rainy. So Kotoko is now on 45 points. BBN Gold Stars on 41 points. 4 points separating Kotoko from the second and answer the closest, which is Gold Stars. So for me, Asante Kotoko and Timmy Angelique now, Yebeka say Oma disappointed our fans and Ubia. We are no free honor. I say how many matches Naka na Liverpool. Yakase bi o Major League no. You know the tennis is here yakase Liverpool bobuku no. Premier League no about 29 matches. In the Premier League they are doing 38 games because there are 20 teams enable. So with 38 games, what it means is we are left with 9 games to go. Liverpool was 70 points. Arsenal was 58 points. So 12 points and a separate Liverpool and the closest opponent, which is Arsenal. 12 points means 4 points. 12 points means 4 matches. So as a chance at 9 games now, and say Liverpool winning 5.
Okay.
Oh, I am fine says Arsenal be winning 9 matches now. Now Liverpool should win some 5 matches out of the 9 and probably draw 1.
Okay.
One thing say Liverpool has at Arsenal with some 13 goals difference. So even Premier League in a goals difference, but so I think say what Liverpool need to do, they said 9 games in Akano, or winning 5. Maybe or draw 1 count. They are good to go. If even Arsenal will win the rest of their matches, which is not so easy for Arsenal. Obi say so. Abedipele bo Ghana Premier League na no boya obo team bay. Abedipele played for Real Tamale United, I think between 1980 to 82. What they call Black Stars around the age of 16. In fact, he played almost 2 seasons for Real Tamale United. Even Okoye Saba 85, Saba boy 85 season, and San Osaka France. So Abedipele indeed played in the Ghana Premier League. Mekai maybe any coach Karim Zito Kasai. Or say Abedipele between Chomo Babayara Now around that time na ya fra be di Pele e Black Stars enti park no so ka kire Pele say nyese de oye omo park no so nyese oye national asset a omo beko national team camper ko bebu ni name. Indeed, after that game, Omuko Eastern region, Eko Kampeya, Oni Abedum Koko Shiaye. So Pele played in the Ghana Premier League and he was so exciting. Real Tamale United. That time, and now 4% go back to Omudin Nigani 2 Quino. Yeah. Okay. We are no free on ma. Obviously, based on players, which team should win the GPL? Who players there currently? My dream say both Kotoko Premier League and Ankasa Chile teams they all players. Gold Stars there was some good players or more Abo League, you know, more experience and everything. For Santi Kotoko they also have some good players. So for me, I think say players and Kwa and you did tell me don't win the league now. I still think that between Kotoko and Gold Stars.
Okay.
Yeah, between them. So for me, the league table actually depicts the quality of players. Or obviously, who is our best GPL coach so far? Once again, between Frimpong Manson and coach Prosper Nete Ogum. Okay. Ogum, because it is not easy for any team. So Obeja over 20 players quite. No one signing new players. Okay. Now do a move boom, churning our results. And we're churning our results now to the extent say league, you know, after 23 games, we're team by 4 points. We are no the free one man. He's in the quarter-final phase of the Premier League. And no Emma or horse kakra at the same BBN Gold Stars. Frimpong Manson is in his second season at Gold Stars. And Gold Stars has experienced, tested players and the squad, you know, almost have put together for a longer period. Coaches, so much more pano, but couldn't say who put individual players need together, no more forming a team. And that is what takes time. So if a coach is able to do that and get results within relatively shorter period, you rate that coach. And to me, between Manso and Ogum, but I mean, just circumstances around the teams now, I will place Ogum slightly ahead of Frimpong Manso, purely based on the results, their position on their league log, and their circumstances are Omudiababidru baby Omodri. Generally, and free honoma, the chances of Super Eagles, I think that Awal has dealt with that, and he made free honoma Makomenim. Which high-profile team has Ghana ever beaten? Maybe historians in the but in competitive game. My dream say me fan World Cup games, you know. Now World Cup games, you know, in 2006.
Because I got Gold Stars and the point difference one.
One, yeah. And I'm league table, no. And I'm so be correcting because me league table.
42-41.
Oh, 42-41.
Yes.
Then how come this one app is giving me 45 for Kotoko? Okay, that's it.
42.
Because me alone, me nimse Kotoko team 4 points. Yeah. But quickly when I checked, that is what Football gave me. Me that's it. So it still stands that Kotoko is still leading, and I think say it makes some differences. Generally, we are not the free one. Maybe historians in the boy Ghana, Brazil friendly, but when you come high profile opponent, Ghana, China, me person me the World Cup matches, no, a year yastic. Czech Republic, US, you beat you twice. You share Serbia, and then South Korea in Qatar. Maybe it's United States of America. At that time, I share US in 2006. You know, I think US was rated number 2 or number 3, and they were high-profile team at the time. Yeah. Maybe that is how I'll look at it. Obviously, parliamentarians and Sama or Mokikano. Okay, the other one here. What do they teach them in coaching courses? Within Kenya, coaching instructor bia and Kobe boy more. But I can't name this coaching. Apart from the umbecture formation tactics and everything, almost had the psychology as I account because you are going to manage players. Say to me, read your mind. Say to me, here and somewhere, ube to me, I can't tell ama omo to me, abomodina, oma mau dear, ope, and dear free omonum, what we call man management a crown in because they no no to crown the children, they are not so straightforward. I'll bet my applying easy. So for me, coaching just like journalism. You bet my child basics in the Baba field and Kasa circumstances in this situation. I say we used to watch a lot in getting the best out of it. In the coach, you bet all the certificate and the license in the world, but no one shed any license because they do baby about practical near Jumana who teams or no so. And bet many two coaches who matter the same classroom, I had the same courses and everything, but on the field one delivers more than the other. All because one kasa who you sue said be white drain unyansa and it's send over carry on and so they can. Now, General, I have an issue be with coaching. I don't know if I'm right, but that is I strongly believe say a back coaching power, especially youth level, and Kremu Hopano under 17 under 15. Many coach a one more football and rich and you say here is a humanitarian is okay. Under 17, under 15. Even under 20, many pa coach one more football than any can say the man because only a trap on the ball. Yeah, you trap basics, ball trapping, ball control, movement, passing. The move brain demonstration is the best teaching approach. Okay, demonstration. Me imagine say offer a bit to say, I mean, in situating or a situation, offer be a coach, Thomas Duya. Now make offer coach Park or see Fabian. Now say which of them should coach my under 15. I'll go for Thomas Duya. Because my GM say player no when team and trapping here, Thomas Duya is more likely to be able to demonstrate than maybe the Parkway Beye. Thomas Betima Charles say did this part of our foot saying here no. A same way. And to do baby a coaching the training in each no, they will both be no more advantage. Because technique and skills in the final or no bit.
But as coaching and playing are worlds apart.
I agree.
Very Bakri.
Difference.
The way here.
But you know, Upa world class coaches, no, about 80% of them are past footballers.
Okay.
Almost most of them. Okay. Carlo Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola, Eric Ten Hag, Hansi Flex, name them. Most of them, coaches of more football than crabby.
Okay.
Bono, who will carry on from Unkrabima football, Abe retire at the age of 35. Near a chair, no. Yeah. More likely, so be to me actually. The chair will practice here. As saying the only coach, me ma classroom. It be at the psychology aspect. Now, coaches in the class so o man sha da mo bo anko echi obe he no bo prebi ene manager ball ne bontem enti ball ne body a major contributing factor for a coach to be successful. Name top coaches near which of them obe yi be Asenbenga mobi Alex Ferguson played to the highest level. Enti coaching it there ball no account be pa Jurgen Klopp mo ne ademu nyina o ma babo ni enti general born body obi aka kire say coaching boy emfa ho a oboa na emom no kure om ni say enye omom ni mbo yie no enyina na be good coach, but most good coaches have once upon a time been good footballers.
Okay,
we are no the free honoma say governing law ben na ho say player no ye emranya ni no name finding guilty name ya hwe na sensen. MC Malik, say you there are some tools who are, even if it's not footballer, one we have more tranche near your own sim. Answer. You there are some tools you say no ya. You can't say you're guilty. But tranche kakra. Obia Jesus football bribe no. You choose our bribe. One we crab on near my mobile. Until the moment you say what you bribe no. The obvious thing is for you to sit aside because we can't trust you. Okay. We can't trust until you are exonerated. Mijitumzi obi say you are not guilty until you are found guilty by court of competent jurisdiction. But in association football, it is not like that. Until say maybe come more time I could look for the actual law now. it be a big guy deciding, but time didn't permit that. You know, I'm picking my last one on the parliamentarians.
All right.
Say Yedikai Abu Bosubia. Na once again, we have condemned it. Yeah. Say, young football and a kayen boom. Mijitum, sa Parliament House, dear. The moment I dare be born, a fan, a representative of my party, but mom room fi say. Would you on the ticket of your party now? Your two Abama we no. Who quack with Jim Ama Pesua so for constituency. You represent your constituency, and that constituency you are representing includes people from the various parties. Okay. I own them. Enti unyako honoma enye bibia na eso ye ne partisan. Especially the identifies is the unifying force. A kaye nyina abom no si edi nkomo no ne yepese edi koduru baabi na afa de esa achiche mu a me feel say hadwen. The worst of it all was that parliamentarian who was trying to say asamwaja abo penalty say no because of a card bearing member of New Patriotic Party. Speaker tries to bringing it to the order crown. Say it's not is without dispute because a bra na Baumia a committee for them they know or the neck. For me that was infantile. Sure. And the Akano has said Asamwajan in 2014 Anna President Mahama Tisono ususu say parliamentarian or the floor of parliament person or say onye NDC nintin or say penalty no and that is still President Mahama coincidentally who is at the helm of affairs, but Asamwajan after his retirement is still playing key role. Players in the management no be say the role he played was so crucial. And look at his stature and in ultimately descending back from to the extent say on she Jamama boys. Is this somebody or mining year and answer or mining energy and or mining football and then Akuma so no be looking at President Biotiso. Omoba qualified for the World Cup. Was it not the same president who was at the helm of affairs? Number of goals or share and sana ye drew the quarterfinals are say Uruguay bono. That time that wasn't it still an NDC government who was on power. Post-match penalties, no. As a moja kojina chirisa boshe Uruguay for no. That time no na enye NDC president John Mahama and that's what this one. And that was an irresponsible statement. We have said it, we have repeated it, and we don't expect our honorable members PM or the House of Records, Parliament House, ever make it those sebi statement that muma. Inti end day, me feel say it's not something else as social general.
Okay. Nyame yadma enne week prepare need dakon mame na yi no so baso won kran.
I see.
Kotokos need dakon. Mumi na no yanko ye ne moa na bibia enkoso kama pa because so ewo enkran. Madam Vivian Ajelekwe onyanfi aduwotwe enwotwe aka fire minku. All right. Inti need dakon enne na otwe Asante Cross supporters no yemfa entoma dwen so na monko boama bibia enkoso na enye enonko awo nyame yadmo ochina enso na yankasa ye sabuto tactical sabuto china na nsie ni ayi ni ade nyina no enso baso intino yanka ayi ni baso wa se sabuto wow. And Assam Kitu Accra.
But who's why your contribution was about platform this one?
Yes.
Who's why your contribution? Yes. Man for
contribution.
Who contribution?
Okay. And Assam Kitu. All right. Among also the messages Kakrebi at the Afa on Abao. Almost Julian Caesar Edway Abre. In all honesty, the GFA will have been an excellent choice to provide more insight with videos and statistics. However, it appears that the current FA lacks a solution to this long-standing problem in our modern world due to their inability to secure a proper media partnership. Julian Caesar, and a message way about. Okay, I could say Afrania be in one. Na my intake a crabby na yen twaso efa and nefi message no. Also, one, I never said anything about Brekum Chelsea FC in my text yesterday. Number two, I again never said anything about betting or whatsoever. My message was in response to Andy's claims that players nowadays aren't serious and are always on social media and stuff. Number three, no player of my club is engaged in that act that I'm in the know. What I meant is that they do concentrate on the foreign leagues even than ours. Number four, and my experience of these cases in the GPL is what I witnessed at the Coronation Park when he and Nefi, stormed the den tunnel of the facility to make claims of such acts.
Very good defense. Or put you up in the defense and was switching from defense to attack.
Yes. And if it's out here program, no, for responsible
from Brekum.
Yes. That's what called tunnel no more. No kick and send you.
Me sure so nyechinyi because it's on record.
And hotel no be no.
I'm a kaipa.
Intina and so.
But that's I could say defending.
I would defend it.
Defending.
My name is Brofo. No, they had me out there, but defending. About some.
We defending.
Okay, Mami call
call your name.
Call your name Abigail. I was watching say Abigail.
Akwaba.
Yeah, Eja.
BBI fine.
Yeah, me had.
You could karate for Ghana on the SDN secretary.
Karate for so much channel hard. You are Baru say we on more karate for general secretary by Mobi. I don't
know.
And they carry on. So how can they carry on? Many problem there. Okay. Grace gift. Call your doc. I design.
Mo and why am I come so a dear pa?
Doctor,
Doctor called you.
Okay.
Me share ma,
but
a man on some impediment wafo in Kitesiano.
Okay.
Anna, Doctor Abigail, and so share Emma.
All right. Abby. Over Sasiana, and I'm in Cocojo.
Oh. I need to join.
Are you my main fat numbers and into Jawan? Now, say Joe Swan will say no, a pessy, a pet, ya, a sea, and ye free Marcus to Tobirim. Naturally, say, if we moons ass,
okay.
The we moons is answer no, ya not at the other who do be brave. And can the dinka cry and quada a wabble, Kong. Near say, o penyinia oni abofra wo fie no nkonkon ba ne fie ono an ebo na ade na media me wona nanom bebiri enti enra dayi me kosra me bakoro se de na me nana no ne baketwa osi bo wa no anuane o tetema no o te ba ko he nanom bia yeso gya bo wa ansa anam so na me ye eduro bi man ho ama no pei wa frame adamase pa ana madwene ho se me mfan kame Kessben ahwefo ene etiefo nti saa enkonkon aduro no ankwada no ewie mu osisen wo mo bo no me kire asa no maso de so we die kuma bi we ye ma won fa ma grace gefete ada bi twintwan anam ebra ehwe surokufo ene diabetes fo a ye di akwani aba ye ne abre no nti so hwe dua ye kura efu ame ya no nam de ne ma bi ka ho am de ye aduro ma no na e ma wo danso pa ndi akwada no mowa na monye numbers no ma me nurse a osaye dokota kasawi a na me de atodwa am obia ye bi wona fi mo panyine nso a utimi ye bi nom na oho ato numbers ya Grace Gefeti di dwuma so adwuma nwanwaso wo hwim sukun kwantana so ene nkran nu atwomota petroleum bongro ya ye ne family laugh nkwada suku nu hwe ne mu no ene wo hwim na me de tudwai de mi di nka aboyi obetimi de afre na osade test message afaso na de beto so mienu ne de obetimi afre esa de aye WhatsApp
okay
na de to ho no 054 tele
0543
tele 2
32
cello
00
tele cello
30
cello 54 tele
0543
tele 2
32
cello
00
tele cello
30
afi mosapo de ne cello 246
0246
518 cello tele
003
cello 246
0246
518 cello tele
003
infamy ya ntujane yeso de amsa de bi aka ho abigail yenko
medase ofa yebesan achia yetiefo ni ama obibia akwaba aba Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and Laboratory Services yede yesi ekase Grace Gift Herbal Clinic eyade ba akopɛ ene ba obia tirim yesi hospital na eto nchia na ana ane yede de bia ye kon yesi ekasa kyerɛ de na bemabuo de na nida so wasa de ode ne yare achi na ne ho anto no ni agi ne ho sika nyina di na saa nipa onyi ni se Herbal Clinic papa bia organ ha bio no saa nipa na Grace Gift Herbal Clinic eto nsa afro brane no nto nchia yede yesi so wo sika o so ni sika o yare ne se diabetes say stroke say asthma yare bia hepatitis B Grace Gift se fa bedan oba infection atena wo so ache sebi wotina se a wote nka kakra wase ana wodi niam bia wase ama sebi wase wa bie Grace Gift se brane anya vaginal steaming ebie mo bema infection atena wo so ache na wo bema no fon na airphone no wodi boss wa na wajem no Grace Gift Herbal Clinic se bra ne no ento nchia ebiem diabetes any pressure yare yare edi enkokrafo no ne mamefo ni nya papa na diabetes ni pressure yare yare ya na yakofa ma ye ho lifestyle diseases ya na yakofa bre ho mekase ya na yakofa bre ho a metwe ye didie mu ye nam ye sɔre mu etimi kofa sa yare we de bre me no kasai obianom diabetes adura obianom pressure adura osuro yakanto ne tim se ojai no ma obewu enti ama sese ya wo hu de onye no ho obeda asori anopa no sebi na ne nan ene ne sanyina ayetitiriti sebi ne to ase wonu nyina etwetwe no ma me ne papa se wotina se na se sa yare we etena oso cha ekofa yare efa ni stroke anasa nwodwe de brew anasa wani na afa hu ade se nhye den hu ade ye na akofa yare efa ni glaucoma na ede brew obema wotina se na se diabetes edidi wo mu cha sabe o mema sem kra akofom da bia meka odi boss wa na wajem na ato ne nkrom hwanko a sabi na odi nam na woto memedro ewa abonte memedro na wototo nso emmo eba ne sa na wugidie nyina sa na wabemabu na sa wugi hu akini eno enti na Grace Gift Herbal Clinic say sa wodi achi na na ho antowa ye de se brane ento nchia na yemfa abibidro ento asema ebiom no last week me beka say enei award the Grace Gift Herbal Clinic if you dada nyina nyankopon de ache Grace Gift Herbal enti wo ba bia wo pa wo bia no wodi wani tue Grace Gift Herbal Clinic a wo benya bi na ene no ehwehwemu ame hu se enenya mankwa na ntimi nwo se jo ene mema so ntimi nwu bi obema wo low sperm count no den se na wodi oba hia nyinse beba eno nti Grace Gift say so wo sa low sperm count bi obema fentena se ne mpushi blame ne ma eba ne nko a Mr. Oba so okunu nsa na ne mma Grace Gift Herbal Clinic na eba ne de ubenya bi mede ma no si ma sabi yakwa afikyira yati yaw den ana ye buyensa eda ba akoda mienu na atwa enye normal o ma esi niam bebre ho kwan esi wa ho kwan timi ko fire fa ne fibroid de beto yem de bede wa hodiem na ama wo ho ye den de ama but Grace Gift say se wo ba ya so ye de ye wa bibidura ye de kanwa sabi fibroid ni nyina ebe nnane eno nti wo de mentena se bra na de wo engineer ye se ye de bra ne ento nchia ofato asoma me
ayo baby a wo de wa no si ye na de kuma bi ta akire brayo no mama onhwe me se me be ma na me kan brayo ho asem se me ma boa ma na ma nso boa me ma ewo omo hawo mu yesi su okra sabayo krobofo ma ayo omuguru diponi sabayo anya bu ne nsa na se bibia de dana kwan mu kama ne ho ye fe mpanifo tim kaza aba bebre dwa no na kyerɛ saa na onyankopɔn yɛ no ɛsɛ sɛ ubu nsa bibia yɛ kama esiesie ba ɛma ne mu pagya ne mu bie ma ne yɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ kama nti mmere yi mu ya o pɛ bɛyi wakɔ wade so na brɛ yi ɛmɛ yie baba akɔ na atwa ne ho ne ma ne ɛmɛ yi wɔ ha nko a ɛba saa kɔ a na wakesene waso dua so oba ma wonya kama
check ovulation dia na ha adwen no so oba so wantimi an check hu se ne eda say ye me ovulation dia woni be ma ne hia ko ni se ne ntime mba
ne obere hin na me kase ede wo be ma na so obe enti ya mo hwe ne ye pa na mo mra na ne se ha de enkomo hwe na mko hwe aye hu hia pa ede minim so wa wi bi da se ejo
mo ba me hu bua me
oh na we dey enye na we with me move be two anum crash see mu hehe your friend Canada no na brofo no cinnamon so say aduan so be bo wa
say dum ho no so akọ
o say do na so me wa next week on the next week shamanim
okay mate
mesra wa nkonkon duro na me kire nkonkon sakoda na ebo wa emfa ne ma grace gifete
okay
ohia say adua we bi
okay
no bu akakaduro ba ako hohoro ho enwere were ho
okay
akakaduro ye nwere were ho hohoro ho wi a na fefa gadeke ba ako pe wa akoda gadeke ba ako pe ana hwentia so on say wo pepere and who entiantian no entiantian no amofre no krofu aso ho ahwa no wosa kakra akakaduro ba ako na saa de yi ana gadeke ba ako me de enura me ya ma me nana no akakaduro ne hwentian ne ade no twi na wiem awu ntumi a ububu we ne fra na wa brada wa kwadwofo apoto we ano we de nsu kakra bi agum wo wia no asone sokrogen wo ya akoda ne nti na sede be ye obetimi anom nti na de wo no bo modne so benya ewo pa ye yini due mu
oba grace gift
yes ye wo ba bia ye de wo ye saa wo no ma ya ye mfa wo bi anya duro obi difra dwura kwa ye bi mu na bere yen tu pe wo papa topa anso atimi ba grace gift obenya bi ato na ode enkwada tin atri esusu wo ba ko anan bi no di afra fa makoda no me say otimi otoho a obeda ama wa no so kura no ontibiem nkonkon aduro no ntimi seremo bia nko ye bi panyine so timi ye bi no nti no ma no a ye di twato kura ne ne selo 244
0244
126
126
123
123
Selo 244
0244
126
126
123
123
Ana Selo 246
0246 518
Selo tele
003
Selo 246
0246
518 Selo tele
003
more piafo and mon komo ana mu die de
next week why
okay measure nimpa odo ko edumu a na de aka no de abremo ha
next week dem de be
wa show bo me das
wa show bo
me de wano ase okay mon friend numbers no na mo ne grace gift for any enkomo the how bia mon fan to omo anim na omo beboa mo ye papa grace gift all right mamenye wishes kakra bi na fe andikem emetrance na onfa onoso de no emra mehu se messages bebre sign ebo esen ba na menim sa videos no I ready enka mo mamiti ya me ya 2 and 3 bi na fe ya the videos no kakra aba na andikem enso atrance de ne de no abre yen about your manfa we any kind omo di omo birthday and no Patrick Amisa Bethel Methodist Church Eija on a chief drama Patrick Amisa Bethel Methodist Church Eija una oye chief drama ajewa ono ewo Kessben ha o say I wish you happy birthday inani yemwajewa na yemwishi Patrick Amisa Bethel Methodist Church Eija chief drama happy birthday. The next one ebeko ede ama Gigi And then you also birthday Asas Fashion. Is it Gigi and Gigi? Okay, whatever. And then your birthday na Asas. I say we show happy birthday Asas Fashion. Also we show happy birthday. Mami mo Asas na young wish you happy birthday, beautiful girl. Okay, mami fa we enka ona and the kem emfa de aka no enso emreme. Obrimpon Kwame Asare Bona. Obrimpon Kwame Asare Bona. Hey, sledge eba. Wow. Nana sledge. Nana eba oko school ewo D&D kidike eho ena oko school. We Nana Kwame amutufo otumfo tromo akwesi hene. Sledge ena yina yede efreno. Nana eba 5 years and happy birthday Obrimpon Kwame Asare Bona. Yeah, the others no and so ever. Andy Kem.
Okay. You know.
Yeah.
My first question will be say a dear normal teaching coaching. Coaching no much training ma be one methods and I say the strategy and I say there with me friend tactics depending where the crowd person will use. A kwanya obefaso any opponent no abo whether so will be stay defensive, whether still will be stay attacking. Again, there's something that we call preferential and differential tactics. But near Baba Shasia, man who said Sergio FC, ni 2 ne 3 ne ya de pa. Inti say na me de me 7 and 11 so de beko. Man who said omu defenders no omu height, omu ode. Inti striker we na me de be ginam ama game nako. Now, you share game na se no. Man who say me plan am di real game ni mu nyina no. Opponent na man ne kwa akobon. O matimi ache me. Me tactics na am dey start first half na anyi. Inti dia na me de beba. Me de be neutralize the plan on the buy no. That is what is called differential tactics. Inti o method a obesa dia ba bio. E dia be neutralize and a be disrupt the opponent in the play no. And no any idea your friend the differential and the preferential tactics. Into methods how they be how they be winning games. No, you know that is what is called tactics. They teach systems too. Systems and 3-5-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1, 3-5-2, 3-5-1-1, 4-4-2, 4-2-2-2-2. It depending on their own who say. Who be choose one man the year Juma who say be ko ye the amount. Into your Pep Guardiola. He prefers the 4-1-4-1 and in 4-1-4-1 to her time and no more argue about that particular system. Marcelo Bielsa say 4-1-4-1 no and 4-3-3 different BNM based on the rules and the arrangement that is clearly defined. Samson Akala Ancelotti and so choose the diamond formation in the 4-4-2 setup no say no person do ye na djuma no successful. So Diego Simeone he preferred the 4-4-2 as well. Into omu systems. Into wow the no hobe far. Into look at Antonio Conte. He preferred the 4-4-2 and the 3-5-2. But again, baby or successful na a 3-back. Into be and say Conte, Simeone Inzaghi a masters when it comes to the 3-back formation. Hardly so be with Carlo Ancelotti go for 3-back because any on the system or pay into Sergio they teach systems too. Now the next thing almost actually Franco why ni about the psychology, the cognitive development of players. Inipa na no mobile be ye adwuma no. Omo mentality na also he say the city nti you need to teach the psychological aspect of the game. Born na ye bono Sejo. Obi se ono de odi adro na ebo. Obi edi ne jesi be hunu na. Obi de ne fans be hunu na. Obi enso de ne coach be hunu na. Coach bi wo kura hu to na bench ma opponent team a. Na wo ye ma hyew. Na atọ so players bi wo ha se hu se omo ba park ya na atọ so na wo ye mahyew e kwan ben ko ye befa so akere as a coach say when you see a team coming with galacticos or prima donnas e kwan ben na befa so ni wu players na so akasa as hu ni be from again when you are entering into an arena our players omo ye be so omo imagine say you over ball of 5,000 capacity stadium. Na koko Roma FMB aye over 80,000 capacity a. Sejo, e kwan be na players no. Obe faso ni o makasa ehu ento omo so. Ote ha, wahwe Neymar o TV so, wahwe Ronaldo o TV so, wahwe Messi o TV so na kwa akohia. E kwan be na coach be faso no wakasa aye wadwene ho adwuma uko hu Ronaldo a ento so ema wontimi enko gift the ball and amfa ball ne nkoche no ema wontimi perform. Although the mental side of the game omo tire sa ade no again team bi wan ne ba be ball a ototo pa da gu park so oye niam bebrebe obi ho hu ana abo ne hu. Again, they teach that pass. Oh, we psychological kwa. Or ye di ehunu now. Or ye di abonhu into who am I monso. Into general, they also talk about the psychological side of it. The next area, calm skills. And no na many a chicken. A kwanya obe faso akasa. E di actually players. A kwanya obe faso e di akasa che supporters. A kwanya obe faso di akasa che in central for e mumiensa. General, in the heat of moments. Ebi a players no mo buy na ya show mo 2-0 almost spirit na ya down who your coach e kwa be na abefa so ni players na kasa ama second half from mo ba omo timi give you omo best nti we need to go back into the books na yen hwe e kwan a Rafael Benitez fa so any Liverpool players they kasa after 3 goals on back you have to be an inspirer to the players kasa o kasa chi omo no general e also go back now pay examples be them omo say that you can do spirit is still there. They can come back, they can put in a proper fight and omube team and draw on win the game no. Tikasa no players bekasa players are down, players was through how you hype the players, how you manage the egos of players. Said you share ura kwesi afrana asema okan say yeah bobo yama first half. Players na omo bobo no omo nyino match no. Omba no mo busa Madrid. No mo busa Chelsea. No mo busa Barcelona matches. How do you talk to these players? For them to concentrate because the moment players in Bebusa Sama to some lose focus. Imagine says I play no jabet. Oba you can score and na yedino. Say no be first be perform more park so. Into the psychological aspect of the game, you know what baby say baby a game no drew no. The science side of the football, a hona baby I see a game no drew. Into announce general all these factors put together and the most important thing are the tactics and the man management skill. For me, a whole here pa because players no so do obi o wa bobo lo mfichira 3-5-2 mo bi da 4-1-4-1 mo bi da e kwa be na be fa so achira mo na te ase any football na nkasa obo no e kwa be na player no obi ho obo so nte ase on table na aye bonase say o lose match o win match o draw match me no obi o so kwa abrochi ko bobo no say ye show mo no mte bass mo ba amrofo no mo top spa no mu diagro no mu tonum ba ono no osu because ohun ne say ha olusu match a e wo so to spa na so mu anije but elsewhere sane ekwan afa so achom so that part of football no very very necessary and you know I think we mu ne niam agino a on but so far as coaching no e concern
kushia we na players no mu nya influence wo so bia big stars one ne koba ana nya influence omo from pa omo ko share sa big stars
inya pa
because Egypt ni Sierra Leone World Cup qualifier this week now after the game players ni nyina ni salary picture including the technical team omo nyina intense obi abeso ni salary picture
you know I honor
after losing
yes you know I honor now we the psychological side of the game ni players no na yetu kaya patapa na ye na yetu on mobile nche on kwa park ni ntwa ni nyina ma nti what plan will you draw to make sure say that player will not excel obetimi aka kire wo player ne say it is Mo Salah so we don't wanna use Salah free game no your name will be all over the place nti you know you find a way with difference no be kasa say Mo Salah na no mbebo no emrofo ne kro mo ntimi nti you make sure say you be playing it out see playing it out our name will be all over the place and you know for me and only a way of talking to your play enye better say wo kwa kochia mamush na wa kochia sa
say wo ka say ye de patapane
ye de patapane ka sa ne ye no na dinu and say wo be some fan say ye different this year Ghana League no be kwa kochia rebound attack of Vinicius Mbappe and Rodrigo na akoka kire ne say o ye nyina pe enye patapa o be den na pe
Messi na etu
Messi na etu onso na etu enye patapane ye de ka patapane ye de ka. But you know, you find a way. Ghana coach back. I think it was Manuel Barreto. On the car said, when you stop Adriano, there is Ronaldo.
Yes.
When you stop Ronaldo, there is Ronaldinho. When you stop Ronaldinho, there is Kaka. It will be very, very difficult. 2006 World Cup. We interviewed in the match a day before the game against Brazil. No, and what can I say? You know, at the moment you say this to your players, and one of their try now for. But you find a way. Now I say kunai opele di enibi. Obe head up kabitum. Now my players ni mo ye do. Oh, kotoko ni mo ha mo na ebo. First no. And then tell mo that there. Okay, kakasa. No no players na dey. Aka elsewhere people will say you are being disrespected, but you find a way to get results because you know unso ntimi nkasa o ma moral players no moral na perfect. Until that is the way to go. Until the psychological aspect of football no you know e ho hia pa because hweso bobo baby ani na you know ye mouse wa FMB stadium, ye mouse wa Old Trafford, ye mouse wa Allianz Arena, ye mouse wa Diego Maradona, ye mouse wa New Camp from 5,000 capacity to 100,000 capacity. You know, and ask them ketwa. Say you work your mindset in one. Now when you're ready, you will not perform. Game no crab for from. You won't minute that's all Old Trafford. All of a sudden now walk up with Old Trafford. You know how here my part now here grass. Inti no dear.
In much the same way, and now your friend is saying players from outside Kotokone had to folk. Omoba, omuntimi perform. Say no warm teams no. No bia na.
Enu bika ho.
Sa.
Enu bika ho.
Kobo ho bia.
Enya no nko a.
The performance e ko ye power club no. Ojo e Kotokone had to folk na take off.
Okay, you know. Ye dia. Enu bika ho.
Ana club no susu ma omo ana.
You know first ne dia. Say uhu Kotoko France no stadium a. Say uye nipa o ye mbeso, you know. Say obo 5,000. Now oba 40,000 straight.
Yeah.
Ura hwa oye man shwa na wonye nipa.
True first na nipa ba.
Yes, first na meka. Na die said you. Pressure pa e Kotoko na already so. And the pressure e Kotoko no e already so. In this stadium obi o. Inti any situation ne kan na nyepe.
Yeah.
The other point is that you know players do teams in ketu anim na. Ye ni na e de hwe om na e maako. Minister they make Mako.
So attention
ni omo so.
Okay.
Enti yet obetia say oh Saka Dauda has 12 goals. Or the obetia no. Saka Dauda has 12 goals. We are so see we have 14. We have 15. Numbers no you stick to because and you follow the English trend statistics. Enti you know can e bia player no back no. The players wouldn't have agreed that ye ne kwa na won national team ball no onim boche ye o musi abokoto kotie nkofa ne mra ye call ye no ye hwe de waye ye na there be player we dey also obekan ho because yes honestly obehai again previously the Kotoko had or has scout I do know as Joe no so mo pena omo ba nipa ba ko di na chi sa no the report aba but you know and the plan nipa na o recommendation kwa no o pene kakra wa ho o pay interest inti omo nsan hwe the interest of the club and a players ni bebrebe nso ho a omo san ba beduru a na o ma relax it see you know adwuma yi se okoji obi sika na so kwa akoye adwuma mfa nkodi agro
okay
se first no na wo ye 100 I will try so be ko 200 because se one team anya nu 200 a pressure be ba so e bi kro bedu ba bi wakatu abekem but se jo ye players no we move from Buanim Stone FC Abakotoko no e ho na oba na wa so TikTok esi so onna onam club o twimoto o te bia ba na o chele because Kotoko dey so lusu match anya management e coach nti no relax nti wo player na pressure ni so nti general sa factors nkitikiti na nyina aka ho no kura na nyamia ni nie first ne pa de ni pa na ba stadium no sadio ohu na o ye manchwa na unyi nipa se unhia bi da na oba be hia bi na o ye manchwa na unyi nipa but the demands from Kotoko players no the demand from Heartful players on general and say kan no and abafem radio phone mom na dija to o machi and make sure say they will perform radio phone na dija to coach achi and make sure say they will perform it ends there. Because you know again na nkoso a omo odum ni adan omo de che ewiya coach ni we nkasa coach ni we say coach se me nkwa eno a na ya san teach ni yebo nti players na nkasa no omo nia ni suade hu ebinom enia ni suade hu se omo be cut up and yes I did a identity a free player or blaster afi na performance depo ya free player or blaster na and can training no ye mienu said the last time na safu dem fie kana na nko abato aso 4 and they are preparing who very well because the competitors no training regiments are almost family. Imagine say Real Madrid na Antonio Pinto to training. Imagine so Atletico Madrid na Professor Ortega and a physical trainer. Or fitness level no cannot be compared to the physical trainer that we have here. Or diet, aduane udie baby oda. You know elsewhere. Omo mbobo abroche nyina buso omo from park no akwakoda. From park to fee no akwakoda. But the omo timiti sim no omo na musa. The problem will be free clubs, any coaches, but the major part of the problem, you know, he plays now.
Okay.
Okay, obviously, coaches are perform well league in him. You know, I think it is between two coaches, Coach Frimpong Manson, and then Coach Osewaya of Bechem United.
Coach our perform.
Yeah.
What you do or that league no so nefrim.
Prosperity. Oh, me the resources now. Any dear Kotoko, any Kotoko as a club they compare baby any good stars Coach Frimpong Manson.
Okay. I see.
Me share the fan base of the club. Me share the resources of the club. You know, as you see, a pa Kotoko pa o Kotoko problem yede. To see it's all Kotoko problem yede.
Oh, players.
Aye. Any coaching na o problem yede.
I didn't know because
so many problem here. What is their problem? They have everything that make a club a successful one. You treat your muka. A day a two one of them. O winning match at the annual bonus. O that them free. O the SDV free. Untia danka. Your mom 2 square meal a day. You the problem near day. You have everything.
Yeah.
Apart from setting up management and other department a club near bigger and only they call outsider. They call compare the Alimuna Ibia club number 4 short. On the food of play there, everything is provided.
Any other clubs no.
Other clubs no. A big woman any Kotoko there no.
Okay.
Meaning say they make an what you say. Baby any goes as money problem with Aketua. Or money problem.
Okay.
My catch was my witness baby any goes to play a big contract scan or general shame.
Okay.
Because good enough to pay 5,000 cedis. Meaning say bitch bro cry. Into almost near Ketua problem cry. Omuni sika same problem cry. But you know meaning say sad baby any tia no. Kotoko tia broso. Kotoko on in excess. You know, I don't think Coach Frimpong is taking more than 50,000 a month. No, I don't think Coach Frimpong is taking, or Coach Osewaya is taking 50,000 a month. More than that, no. Until me put all factors considered.
We be our.
No answer obey Juma na ye. Be our, you know. Be our. A dear be enhance performance of a player, enhance performance of a coach. Be our. Kotoko like Inti edwuma no wo ho a enye den. They have the fan base too. And until Pole there baby omko bi omsa enya ka akura sa mani di omachi. Operations omsa wo team omsa ye what again. Kotoko bibia. Inti I will give it to Coach Frimpong Manson.
Okay.
Okay. Obi say ye share teams say players say Ghana Premier League ni ma. Why na me wo gidi say all the players to win the Ghana Premier League. Do you know what they say kan. Say Kotoko.
Who say Kotoko team Cheubia?
Or the player to win.
A team bia.
When the
Kotoko players team bia. Is that what you say?
Ah, sir. Ghana have a team Bene or Blasters goalkeeper on the bench. Or more keepers are Blaster goalkeeper on their bench. A team bear. You know a team bear. Team Bay in the world, the central defense of Samba O'Neal and Joseph Ablo.
Okay.
Ewo Henry Ansumo on the bench. Team Bay. How many midfielders can be compared to Justice Blay in the Ghana Premier League? Teams, I know the likes of Atakumi, Emo perform for Baby the Gold Stars. Frank Amankwa has been exceptional this season for Gold Stars. First ever joining him, he's playing well. Not to take anything from William Denchi and then Bright, Kijuan Abama who are performing so well. But you know, Kotoko LD Abet Amo the Stati League. How many Premier League clubs na wa Abet Amo Esan o Kampuku? How many Premier League clubs? And wo Abet Amo Esan o Kampuku. Esan o Samson Edukuni as the on their bench. How many Premier League clubs? Kotoko nko. You know. how many Premier League clubs never Isaac Minda ewo eduku ewo omo bench esawo abetamo on their bench these 3 players how many Ghana Premier League sides there will be in the players there
what about other departments
what
about other departments
oh maka particularly the ball oboma because he's about the best Lord I'm you know what again and I spoke about the spine of the club and the team be strong goalkeeper central defense midfield attack
okay.
Not to disrespect other class, but for me, you know, Sambo Nail, Ablo, Justice Blay, but say attack no omo Kampukuna Abet, Amo at the bench, Samson Eduku to bench, Isaac Mentate bench, you know. Other clubs, no, they may have their fair share of quality, but comparatively, Kotoko be
okay. Let's think about now. Kotoko team.
And until now, they be Chibona from the India. And until now, you go here match by a theatre stadium near Dano. And until the reason why I said the coach and the players should work to make sure they win the league. And that is where they fall short. And until now, fans no boys from Kati they were not happy. I'm not here. I'm not happy. How did you use this Franco now criticizing the setup? But he said no ball your mubu idea and your ball I did.
I see.
Until I'll go in for Kotoko. I'll see what is Kotoko players are not giving minutes. What's the other dinner? Your friend Kotoko players are your mom will be more blaster.
Okay.
By a friend has what? Circumstances, you know. Mimi who say circumstances.
And then Nippon will handle woman.
Circumstances.
Case of Trimpa, a lamta, friendly Giriamana Mobu Kumasi. Okay.
Namibia Martin. Sam Martin. You know, I want to believe Senan Calamity Baby. But I almost started and Martin again almost so. Minister Demkan, what I say. My father said, and Canano, young fans say, Asari will bench. Opian him such a dominadi, and TBI a Bokra Bear, 80th minute, 5 nila. Coach beat him the Asari Ababi Yatiziki. Yes, I say, I say 2-0. Who you coach a watching visitor?
Okay.
And Tisa Martino, a Girigana so pa, and you know, Martin, so you won't gamble.
Okay.
You know, the two sorry 2 games or die in Wayadi, but you know, may you sure pass here, Egypt and Cameroon, coaching yes, I board decision.
Okay.
Inti eto de be circumstances ne coach ne kram te de okana Richmond Lam Tidiano you know na Martin Amibia match no Peter Charolele bojiri mu ha inti na ye professionals no kra ntentam inti esa to gamble no e difficult e just last I've corner e koye no ye mpanimfo ekura ete so obeda ko gamble inti esa na tie but opportunity go eti there are times got to play so nya chance has to play so nya chance you know Obise Prosperity any league na or you fail na you know this is the most difficult question. See a league ya
we are madam waba.
No problem.
Esa obeto aso na ansana donko abo. Okay? Madam ho kakra bi we are.
Okay.
So prosper any league na or you failure na. One of these questions by.
Obi see a league ya yebu. Koto could this second omo ye failure na per the analysis amede ama no enipa do na kase koto ko ye failure omo dika because you know ye woni ma ye digileague eni ma ye digileague ni nyina koto ko ni nyina bi omo woni nyina bi we kruma enti you know say oye oba na wo so be ye nkwan na niema na wo se ye mfa ne nkwan ye de ni nyina ama na akoye nkwan no na anye da o say you know what field no nti obviously if Kotoko fail to win
kukunwa
o say
kukuna
yes nti obviously sana be expanding now people may argue see a league na odi second na unfairly but you know eniema na unhia ni na minim de coach pa o man fa man
okay
ena per the analysis amedicaye compared to other clubs no you know obviously you'll be termed as a failure the last time I make catch you say Monsieur Sika, Dr. Kwambichi, Aseno, Nations FC. Any team, no players, sorry to say, at strikers, be a cut to or more. And the kind of football I'm cut to someone as I was 7 years of born on board.
Okay.
But you know, per the analysis, obviously, the coach will be termed as a failure. So kwaba.
Okay, mami komra. Na behwe others no. Ye kakra bi a ebe se de ka omo amode videos na de ba ye no. Ebetimi show kakra na fe de aka no. Enso ye de akose ochina. This is my concern. Okay? Obi the way e ba mami hwe no quickly na yemfanka last batch of questions na Andy be ho adwuma no. Kumasi Asante Kotoko went to Insuatre and the place was tense and hostile. That even Dr. James Kwesi Appiah left the stadium before the end of the match. Stephen Boadi was slapped, and since then he's had problem with his right-sided ear. Kumasi Asante Kotoko gadgets were destroyed. Some of Asante Kotoko players suffered match suspension. Supporters and club officials were highly intimidated. My questions are: 1, can't Asante Kotoko protest against that match to be replayed and eventually get the 3 points, whilst Insuatreman has dissolved the team, which will benefit anyone who will be playing with them? Who is responsible for the damages of Asante Kotoko's gadgets? Number 3, who is footing the bills of Stephen Boadi's medical expenses? Why is Stephen Boadi?
Oh yeah, Kotoko team camera.
Oh, okay.
Team
cameraman. Oh, okay. Number 4, did the FA set any committee to probe this matter and let anyone culpable pay for the damages being caused, together with Globe TV damages? Or they are more concerned about convincing them to rescind their decision to come back and play? Number 5, ask your panelists how the FA has handled this case. If it will allow tempers to go down between Kotoko and Insuatreman, even if they are no more, together with Insuatreman players, if one day Kumasi Asante Kotoko can sign any of their players. Wow. Oseboaten, Valley View University, Oyibi, Accra, and anyway, and so a brain. Or there are some bow. Say Kotoko bit me a sign. Players Nibia. Is that possible?
It is possible.
It's possible, eh?
Yeah. Just okay. Players on my day.
Football. Players on my day. No money and come to Koyako in a month for attack.
Players, no?
Yes.
Dear fans Nibia and
the Kukum. You know, come attack. Oh, players, but
they attack. Say it is said, yeah, now my fans know what it is. Now opponent abani ya bono. Na ye kwa ye bono no. Ye nkobi. But team no nebeko. Omo ne be face consequences no.
Yes.
What's the mechanism?
Matthias.
Aye. So who ko team bi basia. E bi kura ni pa kura obo obi no. Onko bi da. But team na kwa bas no players na be bear the consequences. Into players na
you know, don't want to attack players no. Omo nim say players na anya.
You don't care.
They don't care.
Wow. You know, sana football omo ye.
Young come run okay. All right. Kessben television many job in rural bank mpani for be din komo kakra na fe the last batch of questions no and so atwaso de amamo we a Friday edition of Midfield Action Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra. Job in rural bank mpamcho me pese me no mo mpani for di enkomo kakra Michael Amoa ade oha sanso na Ricky entry enso ewa yeni omo eni nkomo na fe yeme mop up na donko pepepe na breaking news of Jafo enso eba na omo aba betrasi Jabin rural bank Michael Amoa ade na Ricky entry mamakwaba what was some here dear Yankopado Asifa Jabio Jabin Mami Musa would intend to at the Cruntia essay obi edin ho ebedom Jabin rural bank and never bang nimap in the pub and obenya no Jabin rural bank at 1 year baby fufro bekon onya san nepa no ewo ho. Why should someone invest in Jabin rural bank? Okay. The can savings in the can susun daching tea shares nyoma hudopi.
Laka yadawasi for this opportunity ya odi amai na me fasa kwenye so na yen customers mo amu wechiri ni bench ye yɛde nkyia free Dwabin Bank ɛna yɛde bremo Kessben studio hanom awie yi na Jolaka yɛnya so many course na course no adeɛ baako a ɔmubisa ho asɛm paa ɛyɛ shares na adeɛ yɛ mo kakra po ne sɛ last week yɛbaeɛ no as a shares no na ɛbrɛ no nti mete ho kakra bi but manka ne pii but ɛno na nkɔfoɔ ɛfrɛ ya no mu busa ho questions pa nti no maɛ ne sɛ ɛnɛ deɛ mede me time kakra Jolaka wode aba mi ɛka ɛyɛ shares education kakra na Jolaka obi busa sɛ na shares no kura mpo a woka ho asɛm ɛde adeɛ na ya na nkyirimu a me deɛ metai ɛde maa ne sɛ wobɛtumi alikein shares na yɛka ho asɛm no sɛ ɛyɛtiri as an individual or share business as ya would share business in him said ya no be foundation as working capital e the amount to me adan than any business na tumpono oba corporate setting say Dwabin rural banker say jetri na would share business mu Dwabin rural bank so ya ma jetri sa na dia ya adwuma nemo in corporate settings say Dwabin rural bank no eno na your friend no shares it is a what shares na it is here also wunya say wodi udwetiri ko share bank Dwabin rural bank mu ama bank for no benimfo ewo munya say mu e de adandan no ama faso ayede abaso obi wo hono ma jo opese obi business e ka no kona ko obi bank ibi and so capital no eni ho and I want to mean Tian and Kakranka sa by the time I won't be no sabi no wadru nkokrabom because here capital kase and now they are and now they are and you know at any given point in time upese uye business na so usika enu ho no hu say business no ubetime bie no so easily the here na say we dey surgery no e ba be share Dwabin rural bank wo di dwetire no be share Dwabin rural bank pe ade ba ko a e de amount also what you want to say once I invest with Dwabin rural bank shares mo I'm more be a part owner of Dwabin rural bank and here can Dwabin rural bank adwumayefo a and I say owners a utimi do nsa si obo say we dey o ka ho bi nti no say wo pese wo bie adwuma na ka onko afa nipa mesra wo dia ne say o de usika no ebeba Dwabin rural bank the moment now this can be Dwabin rural bank no technically it means uswa bi adwuma enam usika no so efa enipa bebre ama omonso abeye adwuma ewo Dwabin rural bank na Dwabin rural bank shares no Jolaka obi babu sasa nti no hwan na betumi atobie enye se wo ye customer for tumi tobi na o ma enye customers kura mponso tumi ye den etumi tobi wo dia na se wo sika na pesa wo du jetire be den e be share Dwabin rural bank mu na bank no edadan ni na also unya good returns on your investment it is how your customer and also when your customer ubetumi aba na wabeto Dwabin rural bank shares na bi obi bobusa say okay na Joe say me to Dwabin rural bank shares na efa so be kura mpo na menya free so efa so ne de ebubruja die dikan efa so edikan pa dividend Adam say wodu sika abehye mu ntina na ya na me chechire mu say Dwabin rural bank adwuma ye die mpenten kwa ye die ni nyina no emfa so ye nya ni nyina ye mo shareholders no modia obi bia wodu jetire abehye bank ni mu no me say mpenten kwa ye koye ba to make sure say ye nya good profit ama adwuma ku no ye nya profit na ye mo shareholders no modia nti enu nti no say nya mfaso so a enam se bank na nya mfaso na ye wodi nti no Jolaka say wo ye adwuma na say wo nya mfaso a wote ebi ye den edi eno na your friend no dividend na say dividend payment no si yetua utumi say ubetumi calculate enu say oh enti no me dem sika be share mu no returns on investment I say last year ye na ye calculate ye no na ke say obi ya odi ne sika be share mu bia no wanya krapo na returns on investment 20%. Okay enti say wo pe baabi edu sika akwhye na wanya returns on investment are good any mesro men enhwe baabi a Dwabin rural bank na ho de wodu sika beto shares ne bia unya good returns on your investment edie ne faso bi ma obenya anytime bia na ube ye investment no ye obi bi e frɛ no capital appreciation sa capital appreciation no Jolaka de chire nyina ne sɛ ebo no a ye to no sesei no enyina faako ebo ne sesa at a point in time ebo ne 20 pesos na 10 pesos kura pesos and move over 20 pesos and then aye 50 pesos and it means say obi a oto 1000 Ghana cedis ebra na ye 10 pesos no that time na man 10,000 shares one to be an ho kura mpona ebo no move to 50 pesos no say ni dwetire e wo Dwabin Bank mo no 20,000 shares. You know, once a kakran say who beton vase who person will dispose of your shares at the time and 10 pesos no beton at the time and 20 pesos. By the time I will you know so see can more than apeja almost over 100% and no capital appreciation. And at the HR to one so crampo say from to other name of Dwabin Bank dey sin na news say yen shareholders are emri omo titru and enam so am Dwabin Bank yadru baby a yadru no ebo no ma abrabo mu de utumi ye mre no ba na se obabi eti ediboa no na se o school a Dwabin Bank say ye was scholarship scheme a ya hyehyɛ ne fefefe ama yen shareholders a omo enso etumi eden enjoy jola ka men kan entua wasomboa ya hwɛ kwada 262 kwada yetumi ahwɛ mo various institutions currently your 38 a omo da Dwabin Bank scholarship scheme no so aye ye show mo we mu nyina ye shareholders ma bibinti ahodi ni hon mo betumi da ye adwuma ahwe kwada na mo motumi ato aso na mo tin so di bua wo mo no san kwada no na Dwabin Bank so e show mo na wo benya san fa so ne bia chese wo ye shareholder eno nti ye fa san konya we so ye so shares no de bo nya denjo e bo no e just 50 pesos want to be crown pon ye so de to 50 Ghana cedis now bomodin say brano no obetumi asan to bi aka ho jola ka we dey enam say ye can shares in intino obi a ya sheda ede na si wo say on respond to share questions no mai no besa me dey ne number etudwa na amanfo mo frɛ na wo sha ase echechire mu 0244 52 42 54 0244 52 42 54 but your fresh number ya obejo so na wa chechiro bibie mu kama me de member me nua Ricky atwa
okay na ka ono handle SMEs no yes am for sisi hono bi ad na ni etre no Ricky
say jo
yes sir
but men kan kesi bebre by obi anim dida am say per questions now person obusa say e de bentina omo di dwa enketwa ne akese no sese obia di nani kire Dwabin Bank o hwa edrom enra mekọ edweso branch na utimu se amountfo kutom business certificate Ghana card and on passport picture dodo no aye business is all mo baby na ni nyina kire se ye ba Kessben utimu se information na de kono ama more businesses no omo ba aba baby na yes an ka se hu se na nsan ya we de yan kai mo yaw na mum ye ka se omo hyeden dum se eja ya esi wo dum ama manfo edwatri ehyehye ne ade eno ntina we nu nyina ye di tudwa se ni de Dwabin Bank ye bia na na crash ba ku ni mi di nkomo na oton mobile phones aye so hwe a ono nso sa ayi ebito no ho apa nam chense fa onema o card ubi bia bra Dwabin Bank ye be pe besia ewo fom na ye de amam na odi edidwa na SMEs no ye businesses nketwa ne akese a ewo Ghana ha ni enum Ghana ha emfaso a omwo e de maye bibiri enu nti na Dwabin Bank de ye hwehwa ne se businesses ye ba empower ye ka se ye ba empower ma yen ye botaye ne se ye ma wa ye odefo Dwabin Bank e boa small and medium enterprises na yamom aye odefo na omo ade ho ya kan financial independent omo ade ho e basika mu a eje say omo ade ho obi wo ha ode ne ho abo bank bi do ho abo bank bi na untumi nkoso a de kire ne say emse niam bi na entuto ye enu nti Dwabin Bank ye de yatiti businesses normal be ye odefo so ye small business ana micro a ye micro ye tew am ye training am abaye small I just say was size and no capital and in kwala obetimi afọ omadwuma mu no ebekọ soro as in first no so we medium nso a ye san tetew
ama abɛyɛ large na wo business ye wo bebre yɛntimi incite example at this time ye ka say cite example bebre enu nti anama enipa dom na etu anamo sɛ ɔmo badwabin rural bank na ɔmo de abe ni abedidwa na de ye de boa omni because ɔmo ba no ye de niema tutu akwam sɛ be ye beboa because sɛ jo woni obi di business na ba akofo no ɔno na dwen sɛ ɔno de emfa so nko ano no pa na je sɛ osisiw ti dwabin rural bank ye de niema tutu dwam sɛ be ya emfa so no efa kase no a ebekɔ wo customer no ho because ye gidie nyina kyerɛ sɛ wo customer no udi ya ana bank no so be den ebedi enti obi ho so obegye besia interest rate ana ensi hu no kakra bank bi a menu bi so de ne ho kɔbɔ wɔm omu interest rate kakra enti o tua da bi akra behwe na interest no kwa no otua ontua nwie da dwabin rural bank eno na ye ka sɛ ye di interest rate no ye di abafom pa na ohwe sa business ya wo bapa loan scheme na sa bapa loan scheme no ya yema interest no aye bibi kete but I ne say dwabin rural bank ya pese ye boy man no business ni ko anim na nya man no nko a emema nso mutumi ba wankasa utumi ba as individual na ya timi aboa ma business no akoso at the same time unso bi nso ho beje besia wo be say yese fa document we bra by the time crowd be provide document na edi loan be ma na botaye nti apese o ye business no na impo eye twam eno na dwabin rural bank ya hwe ama ye yi sa document nsem bebre no afrim ye fra bibi nso lien ni chese fasika se tum onto se wutua loan ni wiansa na won se timi aka dwabin rural bank ye yi sa lien no eden e de afri ho o ba commitment fee wom bibi kete 2 cost on turnover obi se odinisika akoto bank obekọ no ebedi bosome ne obekọ no entete hu kwa ya tete no ewani mbebri dwabin rural bank senior ma we nyina ye yi afri ho na ama eniema ayafo wo de opese oni edidwa ya contact ne edi edutwa no na emom ye behia wo Ghana card ana passport pictures ana wo company registration brani enidwa se de be ya dwabin rural bank ye betimi aso asen ye e wo sika sem that's
all right
yo we the brothers so there but uze me pie kakra obi buzam say nti obeto shares na so pese ne oyi ni sika obetumi ayi ana ane obetumi ayi sika na mmom ekwan ya afa so a obetumi ayi sika no a different kakra say ebi obi operate current account and as savings account unse wo kire o check and as oba bank won man ye yama but we need there ekwan ba o sabe fa so a obe sabe kan sika no go through a certain process and no duru no ma e be sika be den e be ma ntimensuro time bia wo pese ubeye investment wo dwabin rural bank bia na yes your branches na there obotima work in na wakoto shares no enso
all right ye be dam wasi papa dwabin rural bank Michael Amoa ade na fe Ricky entry ye be dam wasi na
ya contact
na otwi send mo boy wana oh boy ba me repeat bra
eno ye ba ku bi
oh sa ena munya asemo
enti ya contact ni 0544745856
okay
I mean repeat it 05447458 and a second one here 024171721065
okay Ibedamase na what say na be send mo edi enkomo mo friend numbers no na mo ne dwabin rural bank for eni enkomo na unu hu da say de bi o mo ka no e pamcho mo kam ho dwabin rural bank and lawyer Sami Jemfi birthday Sami Jemfi of NDC wow and Sami Jemfi birthday and if you zongo so we so happy birthday the best NCO of NDC and acting managing director of our PMMC Sami Jemfi yenina we so happy birthday nakofo ma kwatenten wati ọmọ yokoduro onse odin ọmọ ahoden na tintim eni mu ahoden ni adwuma ọmọ mpani di ahye onsa no ye magana fo nyina no eni enso yetawachi den we love you so much nakopon ọmọ na ọmọ ahoden adwuma na di ahye onsa no obetimi aye magana fo nyina enso eni age Sami Jemfi happy birthday. All right. Yeah, wrap up. Nah, yeah, we are sir. Too bad. But to me, other messages there. Okay.
You know, don't worry. Make it with there. Because the last message, you know, here, see, discuss.
Okay.
4-in-1. But Mama has some be quick. I meet me a no quick. Obi Busa say Coach Kosia Pia Ede Sudan qualify for World Cup. A the biggest achievement.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know Sudan formed the Africa Cup of Nations. In the 30s to 38, they were part of United Kingdom. But generally, they've not been to the World Cup.
Okay.
Omaji AFCON da. That is their standard. Into Ochi AFCON mo si omoni beje pa. But omunko World Cup da. Coach Kosia Pia an achievement ba akone say or the Ghana ko World Cup. That is a bigger achievement. But Ghana yakobi da. Inti enye huhu bebrebe. But so ultimate day my qualify for World Cup.
Too bad. I said this year.
Okay.
Yami Eyadimochina na ya tuaso. Maxwell Hansen, the executioner. Again, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, we are dead. Jump school. And anyway, every program no and okay, Coca. And so minimadi brand terms on so naniji we are separate. Coca.
Kosi de bia be kona.
Kosi jamibi.
Msheda ofufu ma kono tia.
Okwa ono oche ohene kese bi. Oche o man hene kese bi I don't know. Konya wonu fuche. Hey. And yeah. So the year chabuchi no so to Ghana. Na year baba be 3-4 years. No baba ko.
5.
Yeah.
Be di be 2 months.
2 months. 2 months go be di. No pia na tiko no man ko. No to Ghana.
O ma Ghana ye o mo den first 3 o kan.
Yeah. Nkwada ni nyina gu no so o abuchire no to ya. Ejide. Hey, we dey see obia pepi wa na me wa.
Obia pepi.
Ha na nya we bia nko be.
Obia pepi.
Kola ni nyina.
Na wa abuchire na nkwa wa ha.
The first born, no say this week ya no di the 26th birthday.
Oh, I see.
Kuka. 26th birthday ne ba. Tiana na irita abuchire no jine ni wa. All right, Edibisia, ya me yatuma. You sign more transcriptum or china. Ya cram, you demasi.